Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The top-ranked Ohio State football team puts in their final preparation for the game on Saturday against the team up north. Head coach Ryan Day held his weekly press conference today and mentioned it'll be a doctor's decision on whether or not Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate are able to play on Saturday, but both wide receivers are working hard to get back. Kickoff Saturday is at noon. Another round of college football playoff rankings will be revealed tonight at 7 o'clock. Tune into the Fans YouTube tonight for a live reaction to the updated rankings. On the hardwood tonight, the Ohio State basketball team returns to action, looking to move to 6-0 on the season as they host Mount St. Mary's. Tip-off is at 6:30 with coverage beginning here on The Fan at 5:30. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Awaken 180 wants to thank Columbus by offering $500 off every new program now through Thanksgiving. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
The following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Tuesday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Hello, my Chicago Bears man. How are you today?
Just celebrating 8-3, baby.
You should. That's that new Mitchell and Ness you was telling me about. 'Tis the season.
You would have told me come Saturday I'd have an 8-3 professional football team and an undefeated Ohio State team that's going to beat down Michigan on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
I would have been a happy man. Teddy's off today. Evil Bald Colin is here. How you doing, CB?
Doing good, Mike.
How you doing, Tress?
Doing good, Mike.
We're going to hear from Tress
Yeah.
coming up later on in the show today.
I got some Tress in Inside the Buckeyes coming up here at 3:46. It's that day, and a nice Tuesday, but it's a special one. It's an entirely Ohio State, Michigan Inside the Buckeyes as it should be.
I'll tell you what, we got a girthy show today, man.
Ooh.
It's like two Coke cans put together.
It's like a Matt Khalil.
Matt Khalil's undercarriage. Inside the Buckeyes, all the news and notes you need at 3:46. See you next Tuesday with our gal, Jen Winters. She gets you caught up on everything behind the scenes and teases some special stuff to come this week.
Some stuff involving us, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rapid fire at 4:30. And we have a short show today because Jake Diebler's rude and keeps scheduling these games at 6:30. So we have Buckeye pregame coverage starting at 5:30 tonight. Buckeye Hoops, Mount St. Mary's. Catch all the action right here on The Fan. Plenty of football today. Jackets poo-poo in Washington last night.
Yeah,
Good
thank
news,
God.
they didn't blow a lead.
Yeah, you know what? But they can't come back. I figured, like, you try something else. You're no good when you have a lead. They certainly weren't any better being down by 2 or 3 goals. But at least when I listened in this morning to Dean Evason's post-game comments, the first words out of his mouth when the media gathered around, we played like crap tonight. Good. Thank you. You played like crap. Next step is, if you have another 2 or 3 goal lead and you wind up taking that to overtime, let's acknowledge that. Let's own that, and let's figure out how to move past that, because before you look, you're going to be at that Olympic break, and you're going to be halfway through the season, and that will be your identity, giving up leads.
Crew have announced a new naming partner, which was the LDC. Now it is Scott's Miracle Grow Field.
There we go.
Scott's, but we need something. We call it the Death Star, fine, but we need something that we can nickname from that.
From Scott's.
Scott's Miracle Grow.
Well, their seed, their turf, their whole business is grass. So it's actually a perfectly sane sponsorship for a soccer field, because the pitch is beautiful, the grass is lovely down there.
I know that.
I know what you mean.
Why
I know
can't
what
we
you
just
mean.
call it Scott's Field?
Scott's Stadium. Scott's Staff.
Scott Stapp. With all arms wide open.
Yeah, maybe there's something there. I don't know. Well, we got a good local company throwing their name on it. Whatever.
49ers and Panthers played a pretty crappy game last night.
Oh, as of
A
today,
million interceptions in that game.
Ohio high school students can officially earn NIL.
Yeah, so where are you on this? We're one of the last states in the country. I think there's maybe only 4 or 5 more that don't have that legalized. I know if you're a certain age, the things that you're probably feeling about this and that it's too young and to be able to earn money playing your sport at, 16, 17, 18 years old. Where do we draw the line with this? I kind of say this is the world we live in right now.
Well,
We've got kids that can be YouTube stars
pretty much
at
every
10
single
years old and make
state
bucks.
has said this is acceptable. You want to keep up with the Joneses because you and I were talking before the show, whether it should happen or not.
It's happening.
You got some of the prime high school talent in this state transferring out of state just so they can make money with NIL.
And we're not just talking about, guys that are going to prep schools. Clearly, that's something that will happen. If you're like that high 5-star player, you might go down to IMG Academy anyway. All right. But when you've got guys that are leaving to look to go to other just, public schools to play high school football or high school basketball because you can't earn something here, then that's a problem. Whether we like it or not.
Well, we could kick and scream about it all you want.
This is the way the world's going.
This is the way it is. Pretty much every single state has accepted this. To your point about should it be this way, I don't know. I mean, somebody's willing to pay it, right?
Here's the good thing about this. The good thing about this that you don't have with college kids, and let's be honest, there's not going to be that much maturity from 18 years old to 19 years old, like depending on the person. Everybody is different. Maybe there's rapid growth. I tend to give this Ohio State program a little bit of credit for how all of this has been navigated. It seems like as we've gone into this NIL era where you would have initially said, oh my God, you give all these kids boatloads of money. Look at all the problems that are going to happen. Seems like there's been less drama ever since we've kind of crossed into this. Would you agree?
Why is this the only industry that we talk about that with? Nobody talks about that in the entertainment industry.
No,
Nobody says, should we have an adult play Kevin in Home Alone?
Right.
Martin Short plays Kevin.
Hey, Martin Short's a great kid actor.
We can't have a kid. He's
Look at
10.
me, like a real human boy.
What are we going to do? We're going to give his parents the money? What if they squander it? Well, they did. What if they do?
But at least when they're in high school, you do have mom and dad that still can be parents and have a handle on this. It's up to them, right?
Right. Doesn't mean they're good parents.
No. But the good ones will know how to handle this.
Plenty of bad parents I know.
They'll be able to take that money and put it off to the side in an account for them to use at a later point in time, or at least keep things within reason and make sure that their son or daughter's head is still screwed on tightly.
At some point, I think we have to stop hiding behind, we have to protect them from themselves. The reality is there's money out there. There are companies that are willing to give the money.
That's right.
Right? I mean, I was on the gram the other day. What's the clothing company? Throwback? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Throwback is all over the place now. Every single sales staffer we have upstairs is furnished by them or clothed by them.
Well, you know what I saw in the ad? They got Caleb Downs doing stuff.
Oh, yeah. They've had Caleb for a minute.
On the Instagram ads. And I like some of the hoodies. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, Caleb's doing this, and I like that hoodie. Let me click on that. Now, the one that I wanted was all sold out. Mm-hmm. It was like black with a little Buckeye leaf right in the middle of the chest.
Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that one. I know they're doing collegiate ones. They're probably $139.99 for retail for those hoodies.
They're not cheap.
They ain't cheap, yeah.
They're not cheap. But I'm just saying, there's a company, Caleb Downs, come on down.
Absolutely.
If there's a local company, like a little car dealership that wants to give baby Gronk some money, whatever, man. It's not my money.
Again, the way that social media has taken off, there are so many more things that we as parents have to sort of teach our kids how to navigate, and whether that turns into online bullying and how to deal with that, or how to teach yourself not to look and not to care what so many people are thinking. If you are going to create an online persona and, try to make some money on Instagram or TikTok or Twitter or whatever, you've got to learn these things. But there are young kids. Who's the toy kid? He's probably 30 years old now with a beard saying, I'm going to play this Mickey Mouse toy here. What was it, Ryan or something? I think that's what it was. They were making millions You never heard of that kid?
No.
Like Ryan's Toys.
I know
started off as like a little 5-year-old, and mom and dad would like give the toddler
kids that
toys
just
to play with.
Unbox things.
Yes.
Oh, let's open up this box.
There's like the egg lady. She would just open those like surprise eggs, and she'd become. I mean, the gal made $1 million. The guy who invented the pet rock.
Now that's a person worthy of a chat.
That's an idea right there.
That's right. So congratulations to all the high schoolers out there, and I don't know, I guess middle school can't do it. It's just high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it just high school? Does it kick in?
I think it's high school.
You got to be a varsity athlete, or you got to be 15 or 16?
I don't know. All right, Buckeye's getting ready for meat chicken. What is the injury status on Jeremiah Smith? Plus, what does Coach Tressel think about all of this week? We'll hear from the coach coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
You should avoid eastbound 270's on-ramp from north or southbound 71 on the South Outer Belt. That's currently closed due to an accident. And there's some slowdown due to a crash that's on the left shoulder of southbound 71 on the north side at East Broad Street. This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say good night to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot that likely cause of your light for free so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
You can save big on 12 packs of Coca-Cola, Pepsi, or 7-Up. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Limit 10. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. JD Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
'Tis the season for making memories. Give the gift of more time together at Dick's House of Sport and join us for family fun events all season long. Plus, climb a rock wall, test the multi-sport cage, and perfect your swing in a golf simulator. And shop the widest selection of the hottest brands like Nike, FP Movement, Adidas, Carhartt, UGG, and Stanley. Unforgettable moments start here at Dick's House of Sport. Visit dicks.com/House of Sport to see what's happening this season.
Ever wonder where your go-to maintenance person gets the metal products they need to fix yours and everyone else's problems? The best in the business go to Metal Supermarkets for their wide variety of metal products and shapes to tackle projects from simple to complex. Metal Supermarkets is your source for all metals cut to size and ready fast. No minimum order with maximum service. Visit the family-owned franchise on North Wilson Road or at Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com.
You don't have to wait for Black Friday for good deals at Columbus Car Audio and Accessories. Save on remote starters, window tint, and all things car audio. Dash cams, Apple CarPlay, and more. Columbus Car Audio and Accessories Black Friday sale. Going on now. Morse Road, Main Street in Reynoldsburg, or columbuscaraudio.com.
You're kind of cute.
Ugh, gross. Can I come over to your house one time and you not have your husband prancing around in its tidy whities?
Well, I can't do laundry because our septic line is clogged.
Call Dormar. They do same-day plumbing repair.
Dormar, you're kind of cute.
Morning Juice is live on YouTube. Weekday morning starting at 6. Or on demand whenever you want it. Yeah, whenever.
Bobby Carpenter's at your beck and call. And Tito's there too, to clean the toilets. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is fast for cash. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000. I buy vacant properties, inherited homes, divorce situations, death in the family. I even buy my tenants won't pay me the rent houses. Give us a call today for an all-cash offer at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Eggland's Best. The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We're tracking the rain to continue here through most of your Tuesday with rainfall amounts over 1/4 of an inch here for several locations. High temperatures are into the upper 50s this afternoon. As we head into tonight, we're tracking temperatures to stay into the 50s, but a cold front is on the way here tomorrow, and that's going to knock down our temperatures into the 30s. And that's a look at your 10 weather impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Aaron White here on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Timmy desperately needs you to listen to this show so he can pay for his stupid dog's 10th ACL surgery. This is Man and Timmy.
Fishy has handed me the plug sheet for tomorrow. And as you would imagine, it's Michigan week, it's jam-packed.
Oh,
so,
it is.
T-Bone and Tyvis get you started 6 o'clock tomorrow morning. They will talk to Kirk Coleman, former Buckeye safety, him too, at 7:45. Kent Johnson from the Jackets at 8:30. Urban Meyer at 9:30 on Bishop and Friends. Who else? Adam Schefter on with Rothman and Ice at 1:30 tomorrow. And on this show, Leather Jacket Time with Nicole Sheeran at 3:30 and Name Dropping with Jeff Rimmer at 5:30.
I'm wondering, I heard this week, and I've been seeing it too, that we have beefed up our video game. Like, we got to the point now where all of our listeners and our audience that watches shows on YouTube, they can now see our subjects that accept our link and choose to chime in that way.
For example,
some of them. Joshua Perry was the first one that I saw.
Tress was on T-Bone and Tyvis this morning.
I think he was just on the phone,
He
right?
was just on the phone.
Mhm.
Now, I have some audio here because I was listening to the interview. I enjoy listening to Tress, especially this week. But, Tress knows what it's like to go up to Ann Arbor, hostile territory, and you know how they have it there. And we've seen fights break out before, is you have the one tunnel that both teams come out of.
The clip that I always see is from the one documentary that got thrown together. It was quickly after Urban Meyer jumped into the fray. It was the 2013 game, which might have also been the game where Marcus Hall left double birding the Michigan fans, which was a great moment. And that was especially a chippy game. And they have the cameras in nice and tight to really show you what that tunnel is like. It's maybe 10 feet wide, and they let them both come out of their locker rooms at the exact same time to start barking at each other. It's good theater before a rivalry game like that.
So obviously part of coaching is, game planning and all that crap and figuring out what you're going to call on the field. But this also falls into coaching. This is how we're going to act when we go out in the tunnel.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I expect of you. Jim Tressel talked about that.
I don't know how many times we were up there, maybe 5 in our time there. It was always, handled well. We wanted to make sure we knew we were there to take care of business. And, business is not taken care of in the tunnel. It's taken care of between the stripes. And, but, you could, another reason why it's a fun place to play is you can feel the tension in that tunnel. And that's a pretty cool feeling, when it's like you're getting ready to walk into the Lions Den. And, just one more reason why this is a special rivalry.
He was 4-1 up there in Ann Arbor. Only loss in the entire thing was in 2003 there. So that's a guy that absolutely knew how to get his team ready to go on the road. If there is anybody, you don't have to look far. If you're Ryan Day, I'm not saying that this is what he's doing this week, but I'm not saying that he hasn't either. If he ever needed to talk to Ryan Day or Jim Tressel just to get a few quick tidbits or reminders on.
Well, they were talking on the field last week. I saw him last week on the field because Tress was here. He was ringing the victory bell. So they had a nice little conversation. Yeah. I don't think Ryan Day wants to talk to anybody this week.
And I understand that.
I think Ryan Day closes house, and he, with the exception of the press availability today, and we will hear from Coach from that. But I don't think he's talking to anybody. I know he's not talking to Dom this week.
Don't you think? Yeah, you're right. That's the last thing you need to be doing, right? Is talking to Dom Taberry. He's going to butter you up about how many points you're going to win this game by.
Every single week you have obligations.
Yeah.
That comes with being the head coach at Ohio State. He is trying to minimize all those obligations this week.
CB is here with us today. You work for the Ohio State Radio Network. We were talking about this week. Do we remember what happened on the coach's show last week? Is this the week where he gives this last year? Does he give it to OC, DC, and then a player? Was he even on the radio show last week?
I can't. Last week?
Dang it.
Last year, I can't fully remember, but I don't think it was the entire 3 or 4 of the 5 segments. Like
it's definitely
he's not going to do
the whole
all of
show.
that. No, they usually rotate in coordinators throughout the rest of the show on this one.
I'm thinking maybe he does a segment or two.
I'm guessing that's pre-taped. That's already done.
Mm-hmm.
The opening segment with him, and then Paul and Jim will have some rotating guests to talk to.
About not talking to like a former coach like this particular week. I'm sure he's done that throughout his time, like whether that's Urban or Jim Tressel. Don't you think he has tried it all at this point, both internally and externally? The things that he says to his players. Do I go a little bit heavier with past tradition and what it means, how there is nothing that can be more important in your life than winning this game? Getting louder, getting quieter, talking to coaches, not talking to coaches. I would think at this point he's tried it all. It's almost like when we parent our kids. You can do it a certain type of way, but at some point, if you show them everything and you've showed them every kind of way to do it, you just essentially tell them you just have to execute. Like you've just got to do this thing right once and for all.
That's a good analogy with the parent thing, because I say this to my daughter all the time, is that, Mom and I can give you opportunities, we can lead you in the right direction, but ultimately we can't do the work for you. You have to go out and do the work. I don't think that you need to. All of these guys, it's so baked in. When you come to Ohio State, whether you've been on campus for 5 years or 5 minutes, it is so baked in. The rivalry, the tradition. To me, it's like going to a Motley Crue concert, right? Or fill in your rock band of choice. And there's someone who comes on the microphone before they take the stage and says, just so you know, you're going to see some guitars and drums and rockety rock music. Don't be surprised.
We got it.
Ryan Day doesn't need to stand in front of these guys and preach the importance of this game. They're undefeated. They haven't won this game since 2019. This is the rivalry. They want to go to the playoffs and repeat as national champions. Everything goes through Ann Arbor tomorrow. He doesn't have to beat that dead horse. These guys know it. They know what's expected of them. And now it's up to Ryan Day and the coaching staff to go out there and put them in the best position to win. Ryan Day will admit, he did not put his team with that game plan in the best terms to succeed.
Put him in a position to succeed. Yeah, he did not put them in a position to succeed. Everything that you've done to this point, who you are as a coach, who you are as a person, how you handled adversity last year when you lost the game again and then picked up the pieces and found a way to win the national title, everything that you have done to this point now, that's built you up as this coach. There's no one else or nothing, there's no bag of tricks that you can go into to help you win this game. You just have to go do it. Another analogy, like Jack,
it's analogy time, baby.
Jack and I have worked because he wanted to play football this year. So this was the first year that he ever played it on a team, and he wanted to be a wide receiver. So what do? You go out and you constantly work on your hands. And after a time goes on, like you can talk about what your hand placement is. Are you using your fingertips? Are you letting the ball get to your body? At some point, I would just start telling him, catch the ball. Like, you've done everything right. We've talked about everything. Stop dropping the ball. Like, it's like, I know, like, as a parenting tool, it sounds maybe like you see a guy out there, like, you dropped it, stop dropping it. But we've talked about everything else. We've done everything else. Now you just have to wire your brain a little bit differently to do it. You made all the mistakes. Now fix the mistakes and just do.
Health is a big concern. Jeremiah Smith said that he's feeling good. Should be good to go on Saturday. How do we know this? Because Caleb Downs has a podcast.
Yes, he does.
Our good friend Jeremiah was on it.
First things first. You know it's on everybody's mind. You know the question. How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing?
I'm feeling good. Dealing with a little situation, injury-wise, but I should be good to go Saturday.
Does that make you happy or does that make you nervous?
I have loose poos.
Yeah, me too.
I really do.
Yeah.
I have no doubt that both these guys are going to suit out and go out there and try and play. And if anything, go out there as a decoy. But, what percentage of health are we getting from Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith? I don't know. Makes me nervous, man, because we've seen this offense the last 2 weeks. It's not the same without those guys. And that's not a knock on Julian Sayin. That's just reality. He's got two wide receivers who used to be in there that aren't there now, that could be the number one wide receivers in college football. 1 and 2, 1 and 1A. That's going to change the way you call plays and run your offense.
If we had a backtracking on our show, like they kind of had one right there, hit that again one more time. A little music going during the podcast. I don't know if that lasts the whole podcast.
You know it's on everybody's mind. You know the question. How we doing? How we feeling? How we doing?
I'm feeling good. Dealing with a little situation, injury-wise, but I should be good to go Saturday.
Now, that might have been from a promo, but I have definitely heard podcasts, and I've even heard radio shows back in the day that would have music that played during the entire show at a lower level. If we had a backtracking, what would you want it to be?
Well, Timmy, we're not going to do that, my friend.
Well, of course we're not going to do it.
Because I think that sucks. I couldn't concentrate.
Would it just be Prodigy?
On fire, Santa. Tressel on with T-Bone and Tyvus this morning talking about what Julian Sayin's going through this week.
Well, I don't know Julian, but I know this. He's not thinking about getting the Heisman. He's thinking about, how can he lead a team to a victory in the rival game? And he's got to play within himself. And, the offense is based upon certain principles that he has to read out, and he has to slow the game down. And, one of the hard things up there is, the tension level, the excitement level. You can feel it. It's palpable. There's no doubt. And as a quarterback, you have to block all that out. You have to slow the game down.
The thing I love about this week, I mean, obviously the nervous poos and pit in the stomach, I could do without that. But I love history and tradition in sports. It's what got me into sports in the first place.
Absolutely.
And we want to take a little trip down memory lane. You love radio, Timmy. I love radio. That's why we got into this business, the history of radio. And I love listening to old play-by-play calls.
Yeah.
I love it. And so if you're saying, man, I'd love to hear some Buckeye, Michigan radio play-by-play of yesteryear, we're going to take a little trip down memory lane coming up in 2 minutes. Cowan Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got some holdup due to an accident that's on the left shoulder of westbound 161 after New Albany Road. And keep an eye out for a disabled vehicle if you're on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt after Sawmill Road. This report is sponsored by Indeed.com. When you're trying to find quality candidates, all the searching, screening, and interviewing can become a job itself. You need Indeed, the all-in-one platform that makes it easy to interview, screen, and hire quality people. Visit Indeed.com/credit. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War, by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Lights are going up, snow is falling down. There's a feeling of goodwill around town. It could only mean one thing. McRib is here.
McRib season is here at McDonald's. Right now, enjoy a McRib and pair it with our world-famous fries and an icy cold Dr. Pepper at participating McDonald's for a limited time.
McRib is here. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
They're trained. They're prepared. Let's do it. They're Ohio's undefeated plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling team. And they're here to tackle your problems. For plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling, there's only one team. The Waterworks. Better care, better value, better results. Call the Waterworks at 614-232-2222 or visit them online at thewaterworks.com. A proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics.
Hey, Bobby Carpenter here. After retiring from professional football, I never expected that me, Bobby, I'd have low testosterone. So I went to my friends over at Affinity. I got my labs done, and now I've been on a testosterone replacement plan with Affinity for 8+ years. Best of all, they've supplemented it with peptides and lots of other great products. Learn why me and thousands of men trust the experts at Affinity to feel their best. Get more energy, better workouts, feel like yourself again. And do not waste another day. Get started at feelgreatcolumbus.com today.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Please take note of this warning. This show will mess you up. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Inside the Buckeyes coming up at 3:46. We just heard from Tressel. We'll hear from Ryan Day later on in the program, but we want to take a little trip down memory lane, play some old play-by-play from games gone by, Timmy.
Yeah, we do. So I was doing some looking around, and I was able to find one clip that goes all the way back to the 1942 edition of The Game. So how about that? In 1942, it's in Columbus, November 21st of that year. And we got a big play here that's closing out the first half.
Quick opening play. Lynn has the ball. Lateral back to Starringhouse. Beautiful block by Horvath. There's a long pass down to Bob Shaw. Shaw grabs the ball in the Michigan 30, and he's away for a touchdown. It's a touchdown for Ohio State. It's Bob Shaw. That was a 60-yard touchdown, and it's Ohio State 13, Michigan nothing.
So a little trick play right there where Saringhouse, wide receiver, comes around the end and throws it on down to Bob Shaw for 60 yards. And that was the national championship season, coached by Paul Brown, one of the most famous names in football history.
Who was on the radio call?
I'm waiting on Skip Mossick to get me confirmation. I believe that's Marv Homan, who
good old Marv
was calling it before Don Fritz. So it's a little bit before Paul Keel's time there in 1942. Paul, I believe, is going on a quarter century of work behind the microphone.
Yeah, Paul started in when? 2000?
Yeah, maybe it was 99. We know for sure that he was there in that 2002 season that we remember so well. And that's the one where we're going to go to next. And, of course, your buddy, Craig Krenzel, the quarterback for Ohio State that season. They had so many games that came down to the wire, that came down to the final possession, the Purdue game earlier in the year. But the way that the 2002 edition of Ohio State, Michigan ended with a defensive play, it's only fitting.
Two receivers wide right. Bellamy and Butler, Askew in the backfield. And the bar on the final play of the game to throw from the 32. Throws into the end zone. Intercepted! Intercepted at the 5-yard line. And the Buckeyes are headed to the desert as Ohio State gets an interception on the final play of the game to beat Michigan 14-9. Couldn't even begin to see who picked it off. Will Allen with his second of the year, and the Buckeyes finished the year unbeaten and are headed to the national championship with their second turnover of the game.
You know how all the former Buckeyes come out of the woodwork this week and, hey, talk to us about the Michigan game and all that. Guys we don't hear from all year long.
Right.
You think John Navarre's making the rounds up in Ann Arbor?
No.
See,
I don't think
John,
so.
why don't you talk about that interception you threw to end the game there? Huh? By the way, I love my favorite play-by-play cuts is when Lachey just yells things.
Yeah, of course.
I got on Skip Mossick about that last year because he told Lachey to back off. No, I want more yelling Jim Lachey.
Oh, Paul is actually asking who got the pick there.
Allen.
Yeah, Will Allen. Or it's the end of the actual title. I don't have it in front of me here, but it's just Lachey screaming, yeah, yeah. Like, that's great, too. I love it. So fast forward a little bit to 2006. Obviously, we know Ohio State won the national championship. They beat Miami, one of the great teams, one of the great seasons of all time. 2006, 1 versus 2. It does not get any bigger than this. And a guy I used to co-host with on these airwaves, he busted up the middle for a 52-yarder. This was awesome.
Hands it to Wells, who goes spinning up the middle, gets past the 50 to the 45 to the 40, 30-yard line, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Chris Wells. Chris Wells right down the middle of the field.
I hate my coworkers, too, because before you got to work today, Fish is there, Matty Ice is over there. I'm saying, can you give me a college back that was a better combo of size, speed, power than my man Beanie Wells? I'm like, oh, what about Jim Brown? What about Derrick Henry? Fish says Walter Payton. I'm like, come on. Just let the answer be Beanie right there. The other thing I figured out with that game of the century, and I didn't realize this at the time, but I posted the video of this clip in the comment section, was going, last game that was ever played on grass at the Shoe.
You're kidding. We're coming up on 20 years.
07, they flipped it to the turf, the artificial turf.
Bjorky, listen to me. If I have my way, that grass will be coming in soon. You can have all your drones and Buckeye fan of the game and ring your victory bell and all that crap. You change the floor to gray for basketball. I want me some grass. The only thing better than watching Ohio State beat Michigan here is watching Ohio State with that turf right in the face
mask.
In the
face mask.
Yes.
A big clump of that dirt and grass right there.
I love it.
And you know what? We don't have a whole other stockpile of events that we're throwing in the Shoe during football season. Keep the concerts out of there. We don't need high school football. We don't need another team in there. I get how, your guys, the Bears, Pittsburgh Steelers, they got problems with their field. Too many things going on there. We got Scott's. Scott's just took the naming rights of lower.com away. We got a turf company right here in town. They could have the exclusive rights to treating that grass.
How many times did the Buckeyes play on grass all season? They played on grass at Purdue, but where else do they play on grass? Is that it?
It would be, they didn't play at Ryan Field. They didn't play at Wrigley or Northwestern. So, no. I couldn't tell you.
Is that it?
I think that's
Just Purdue?
Probably the only one. Yeah, where else were they on the road this year? Illinois? Do they play? No, they had a nice
turf.
They had a turf.
Wisconsin?
Wisconsin has turf.
That's turf now, too. These are all teams that...
Yeah, I think it was just the
back
one
in
time.
The day, yeah, had it. But let's go to some of the more modern clips here. Let's go to the overtime winner in 2016. First time we'd ever seen this. Not many of these games, were going to overtime in the first place. It wasn't until recently in college football that we had the rule. And Curtis Samuel flying like an eagle.
Samuel in the backfield with Barrett, who feeds it to Samuel. Sweeping left side, 10-5. Touchdown, Curtis Samuel. And the Buckeyes win it in overtime. A game that they trailed by 10 points. Double overtime. Curtis Samuel sweeps around the left side for the touchdown run to give Ohio State a 30-27 victory.
I got a funny story about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm watching that game in my basement.
Okay.
By myself because I can't watch stuff with Kristen, or I should say she can't watch stuff with me because I'm pacing, I'm muttering. I'm not a yeller. I don't yell.
Yeah.
But I can't settle down. I was so nervous. I always talk about, got the loose poos, got the diarrhea. I actually did get the diarrhea. And
You're watching it from the toilet?
I was watching that. I could open the door.
Yes.
I'm crapping on the toilet and watching the TV from the toilet.
I would think you at the Mann household are like an ESPN Zone where you have a flat screen installed in the restroom.
No. Maybe one day,
I don't know if you put that on both sides. Which side? Would you put that in the crapping position or the peeing position if you were going to put one on the wall?
Peeing, you're in and out.
It's too quick.
Yeah. No, but that's serious. I had the door open. I'm watching that, and I'm cheering while my ass is on the toilet.
All right, let's go to the 2018 version of this game. I also posted a clip on my Twitter page from 2017, which was big because that was the game on the road where JT Barrett got hurt and Dwayne Haskins got involved in the rivalry game and helped lead them. They were trailing on the road. He gets his feet wet as being the quarterback. And then obviously the next full season, 2018, he just lit the lamp. 50 touchdown passes, 5,000 yards. Even in today's passing era, we haven't seen anything like that. And this one to Johnny Dixon. This was some pretty sweet stuff. Johnny Dixon, our guy.
Ball placed at the 31 of Michigan. Snap to Dwayne Haskins. He's going to roll to his left to throw from the Michigan 40. Cranks and fires, middle of the field. End zone, wide open, Dixon. Touchdown, Johnny Dixon. 31 yards. Dwayne Haskins to Johnny Dixon. And Ohio State, through the air, has attacked Michigan to take a 20-6 lead.
And look, in 2018 and 2019 are key because these were just offensive explosions like had never been seen before in the history of the rivalry. You go way back in the day, you might find an occasional 50 burger that was put up and some scoring efforts where one team got into the 40s, mid-40s. Like I think Ohio State in 1968 beat Michigan 50-14. But to beat
I'll take that score on Saturday.
I'll take that, right? To beat them 62-39. And then in 2019 to beat them 56-27. Ooh-wee.
This defense has not given up 39 points to
I don't think there's
Michigan, my friend.
You know what? We've said it and we've done it. We've done it and we've said it all before. Like we think we know what's going to happen.
You know what? I don't know if they're going to win. I don't. I hope so for my sake and everybody's sake and Ryan Day's sake. But I can tell you right now, if they lose, it's not because the defense gives up 39.
It'll be a rock fight if they lose.
I would be shocked more than anything if this defense went up there and laid an egg. All right, inside the Buckeyes, all the news and notes you need coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 270 on the north outer belt after US 23, causing some holdup there. You're also looking at holdup due to a crash on the right shoulder of westbound 670 after 3rd Street. This report is sponsored by the Ohio Department of Transportation. What do we do to be safe and ready to go? Buckle up, phones down, take it slow. Let's work together to ensure everyone makes it home for the holidays. Brought to you by ODOT, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and Ohio Traffic Safety Office. I'm Nicole. We're 97.1, The Fan Traffic.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Install 3125. Visit website for details.
Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin is turning Black Friday into the ultimate 2-day car buying celebration. Buy any new Hyundai and spin the wheel to win prizes like AirPods, gift cards, TVs, or even a shot at the cash machine. Friday and Saturday only at Great Lakes Hyundai of Dublin.
Skyline's Mac and Cheese 3-Way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a Mac and Cheese 3-Way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
If only there was a radio show that constantly talked about Ohio State athletics. Well, good news. It's real, baby. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Buckeyes. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
You don't have to wait for Black Friday to get good deals at Columbus Car Audio and Accessories. Shop early anytime this week and save on remote starters to warm yourself up, window tint to add style and privacy, and all things car audio to make your ride louder and better than the rest. Plus, check out deals on dash cams, Apple CarPlay, paint protection film, and more. Shop for yourself or everyone on your list at Columbus Car Audio and Accessories Black Friday sale. Going on now. Morse Road near Easton, Main Street in Reynoldsburg, or online at columbuscaraudio.com.
Ring in 2026 in a big way at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Don't miss our $65,000 New Year, New Wheels giveaway. You could drive off in a 2026 Chevy Traverse or take home $35,000 cash. Earn entries playing your favorite slot and table games all month long. The fun doesn't stop there. Catch live entertainment, hit the dance floor, indulge in fine dining, and count down to a balloon drop at midnight. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My furnace stopped working. Your competition said it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Technology is meant to connect us, but when organizations rely on disconnected systems and outdated platforms, it's no wonder teams struggle to move as one. Plant Moran joins your team to close the gaps between strategy and execution, and between your people and your technology. Together, we design smart roadmaps and modernize systems so you can streamline operations, access accurate insights in real time, and become AI ready. Plant Moran, your goals and tech strategy in sync.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Hey kids, if you don't buckle down in school and do something productive with your free time, this is your future.
You guys ready to play like big boys yet, huh? Maybe pick out your own outfits in the morning?
Listening to Common Man and Timmy.
I was looking at the weather forecast for Saturday in Ann Arbor, Zahor.
Yeah.
30. Chance of snow, 70%. They're saying in the afternoon. I don't know what time afternoon means to them, but there is a chance that we could get some white stuff.
Hopefully not during the drive home, because they are notoriously bad at driving out of that state.
That is when it's going to be. I got news for you. Like, what time are you going to be packing up and getting out of there? Like 6 o'clock?
Usually around like 5:36, yeah.
Now, they're saying in the afternoon, chance of snow, 70%, about 1 inch of snow expected. Then later that night, Saturday night, it says 3 to 5. So you'll be gone by then, though, CB.
Hey, CB was actually telling us a little story about Jim Lachey kind of jumping into some of the calls there in that 2002 national championship winning call that we referenced, where he is just yelling and screaming after they seal the deal, is that he actually picks Skip Mossick, the executive producer of the entire network who's worked here for 40 years. He picks him up like a rag doll, like a small child human boy, and gets in the crook of his armpits and lifts him up 10 feet into the air.
That's a hell of a story.
And that's why Skip switched positions in the booth. He used to sit next to Jim Lachey. He then the next season moved to the opposite side of the booth.
I don't know if that's
next to Paul.
true, but I'm going to run with that story.
Doesn't want to be picked up as a grown man by another grown man?
Put me down. Put me down. Jeez. God. Right for some shoes. Let's go inside the Buckeye. What are you doing?
Common Man and Timmy present Inside the Buckeyes.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Let's start with some good, clean Buckeyes. My last goodest, cleanest Buckeyes of the season as we embark on Michigan. Well, at least The
It's
last
not your
ones.
last good, clean Buckeyes this season.
I meant the last ones before the big game. All right,
that's completely different.
Hopefully, we'll have many, many more. I'm going with Bo Jackson, despite his fumble inside the 5-yard line. I thought for the most part he locked in after that was done, and I could see it on his face. Did you see when the camera panned to him for about a split second? You could see the disgust. He kind of slapped his hand. He cared a great deal about how he let that ball go. That was not just it's the early goings of our game against Rutgers. That really pissed him off, and he ran like a wild man for the rest of the contest. And good for him. How many 100-yard days does he have now? He's got 4 in the last 6 games. He's
been
impressive.
Very good, but I know it's your segment, but I do want to shout out James Peoples, too.
Yes.
Because he has put together some really nice games down the stretch here, and it would have been very easy for him as the projected starter to sort of sulk and, lament the fact that he's at times the 4th option on this football team running the ball, but he hasn't done that, at least not outwardly. I have no idea what's going on in the building, but I find it hard to believe he would still see the field if he was doing that.
I find it hard to believe that he would play good football if he had that kind of negative, bad attitude. So I agree with you.
He's played his best football of the season the last couple weeks.
No, that's awfully impressive. Whenever you're hit with adversity, you're the number one guy. The whole college football country's talking about you. Here in Columbus, we're talking about you going into the year. You're way down there at the bottom of the depth chart, and you get some chances, and you're playing great. Max Clare also gets on the list for me. So my other two, we got Bo Jackson, Max Clare, 7 for 105 and a touchdown, a hurdling son of a gun out there, and Caden Curry. We talked about that fumble recovery. He looked like Neo from the Matrix recovering that fumble, spinning around, flipping around, trying to get that thing across the goal line. I still think that might have been a touchdown. That was slick. Let's go to enemy territory, shall we? Michigan coach Sharon Moore started things off this week with his Monday afternoon press conference, coming off their decisive win at Maryland to bring a 9-2 record to this tilt, and they control their own Big Ten title and college football playoff destiny. Listening to a lot of chunks of this, not the whole thing though. I'm not catching any bulletin board material, even like in a roundabout way. He discusses Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs and how elite they are from his eye.
Reese and Downs are excellent players. Arvell is as elite as an edge rusher, as an edge player as we've seen all year, and Caleb Downs is probably one of the smartest football players in college football. Just from seeing a lot of football, played a lot of football. And both those players are elite players that we got to deal with.
And this is one of those, let's try to get the coach to take some of the narrative bait type of deals, right? Like, Ohio State's lost 4 in a row. Here they are again, 11-0. Everyone thinks they're going to win. You're not the same team that you've been when you won the national championship. Outsiders think that you've got the mental edge. What does Moore say to that?
I mean, I just think we're just going to go prepare for the game. I don't know what really outside the building. None of that really matters. What people think, what people say doesn't matter. What matters is how we prepare and how we get ready for this game mentally, and that's it. So I don't know what the mental edge piece. I just know that we're going to just go prepare to go win the game.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
It's a good,
it's the way you do it.
Solid head coach answer. I don't want to split hairs with you, but Michigan does not control their own destiny. Even if they beat Ohio State.
I'm sorry, something else
they
has
would
to happen.
need Oregon to lose.
Yep, they got to lose
or
at
Indiana
Washington.
to lose. Something like that would have to happen.
They need one of those two to get out of the way so they can join either Indiana or Oregon. Thank you for clearing that up. Here's a little blast of the past before we're done. As we go to the offseason in 2001, when one Jim Tressel was about to embark on his journey as head coach at Ohio State. We just listened to some old play-by-play calls. Here is that famous 310-day speech where he says, "You're all going to be proud of this team."
In the classroom, in the community, and most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Boy, he had that place rocking.
Like that's 70 years old.
That's just how stuff sounds.
We will go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard.
Now Jim's JFK. Well, if you watch the clip of Beanie's touchdown, it looks like it's from the 70s. It really does.
It's standard def, baby.
I don't know what to tell you.
All right, coming up next. See you next Tuesday. What is all the gossip behind the scenes? We got a lot of stuff to get us ready for the game. Jen Winters is here. She's going to break it all down for us coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 20-minute slowdown due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on eastbound 70 on that west side at 315. It's going to be stop and go from West Broad Street. And we also have stop and go traffic on westbound 270 on the South Outer Belt between US 23 and US 62. About a 5-minute slowdown. This report is sponsored by Super Sure. Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, not a little sure, but super sure. The seismic shift is coming. Super sure, coming soon. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Green & Sons. Family owned and operated for over 45 years. Green & Sons will help you find your next Kubota tractor. Located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville. And online at greenandsons.com.
Truck drivers, the holiday rush is here. Take advantage by becoming a Schneider driver. By driving for one of America's busiest carriers, you'll stay busy during the holiday season and throughout the new year. Plus, as a Schneider driver, you'll have access to top quality driver support and newer equipment spec'd with the latest safety and comfort features that drivers want. Don't wait. Get a jump on 2026 by exploring jobs in your area today at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
'Tis the season to be hungry at Roosters. That's why for every $50 spent on Roosters gift cards, you'll receive a $10 Rooster Buck back in your stocking. May your holidays be filled with friends and family, love and laughter, and of course, Roosters Wings. Go to roosterswings.com today or drop by any Roosters location to purchase your $50 holiday gift cards and receive a $10 Rooster Buck in return. Happy holidays from all of us at Roosters. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Back for a limited time, the French dip from Firehouse Subs. Piled high with premium roast beef, caramelized onions, and melty provolone cheese on a freshly toasted garlic butter roll. Served with warm, savory au jus for dipping. This premium French dip is only at Firehouse Subs for a limited time. Head to your nearest Firehouse Subs or order ahead and skip the line. And remember, Firehouse Subs catering is perfect to feed the whole crew on game day. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last.
Factory direct is really pretty simple. The factory sells it directly to the consumer. I mean, we build it. There's nothing that anybody else does. We have stations where everybody touches the window. Everyone sees what's going on. So if there's an issue, we catch it as it's going down the line. That's probably the biggest thing, is the ability to make sure what goes out the door is what I want to go out the door.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
When you're building a nursery school, elementary school, charter school, high school, vocational school, or jiu-jitsu school, lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. With the largest rental fleet and most rental locations in Columbus, you can count on us to get you the right equipment at the right price right now. No matter what you got going in or going up. All powered by people. For equipment know-how, support, transport, and training. No wonder the Columbus builders who are building Columbus lean on green. Sunbelt Rentals. Learn more at sunbeltrentals.com.
At Giant Eagle, we're here for the holidays because it's time to break out the family recipes. Because your get-togethers bring everyone together. Giant Eagle is helping bring the holiday magic home because it matters.
It's Happy Honda Days and Black Friday savings together at Germain Honda of Dublin. Strike now because through December 1st, get 0% APR up to 60 months on new Hondas. And you're even going to get 90 days until your first payment on both new and used vehicles. Rich has hundreds of vehicles in stock. The selection has never been better. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270. In-stock units only, not valid on prior sales. With approved credit, must qualify through primary lender. See dealer for details.
Timmy Hall and AI Common Man again for Hollywood Casino Columbus.
We've got game day watch parties every Saturday, plus your chance to earn big bucks. Mikey Likey.
I like it. You can earn tier points by playing all throughout November, and on Black Friday, you can win up to $100,000.
And you good, clean boys and girls can drop off a non-perishable food item every Tuesday and win up to $5,000 in Penn slot play.
Become a new member of our rewards program on the Penn Play app and get a $20 dining credit. Doggies. Must be 21 and over. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At CARE, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. CARE Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
With business banking, Tel Ohio Credit Union takes it personally. That's why they are the #1 SBA lender among Ohio credit unions. You are a member, not a number. That's the Tel Ohio difference. Visit telhio.org/business.
Certain restrictions apply. Tel Ohio is open to all in Central and Southwestern Ohio. Federally insured by NCUA.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The top-ranked Ohio State football team gets ready for the game on Saturday against the team up north. Head coach Ryan Day held his weekly press conference today and gave his expectations of quarterback Julian Sayin on Saturday.
To continue to do what he's done and, lead the team to a victory. That's it at the end of the day. And what does that look like? It depends on how the game plays out. But he's got to do his job and make great decisions. Ultimately, be the guy that leads the team to victory.
Kickoff Saturday is at noon. On the hardwood tonight, the 5-0 Ohio State basketball team returns to action as they host Mount St. Mary's. Tip-off is at 6:30 with coverage beginning here on The Fan at 5:30. This update's brought to you by Germain Toyota, the best selection of new and used cars in Central Ohio. View their full selection of vehicles online at germaintoyota.net. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
One of these men is on an extremely high dose of antidepressants. The other one should be. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
The new college football playoff rankings drop tonight. We got you covered. Tito, Ryan Baker, Bodie Wells, and Austin Ward break it all down live tonight, 7 o'clock on the Fans YouTube channel. You know who else is probably going to be there?
You?
At least behind the scenes.
With a hat?
No, not me.
No.
Our good friend Jen Winters, because it's time for See You Next Tuesday.
Hey.
How you doing, Jen?
Hi, I'm good. Please don't strike us. Please.
Jen Winters works behind the scenes here at the Fan. Sometimes not behind the scenes. She comes out on the main stage and drops an F-bomb for everybody to hear.
Just to poop all over the place.
That's right.
Hola.
How you doing? How's your week?
Oh, it's good. It's a short week. It's a good
busy
week.
week, though. It's
a
Michigan
I
week.
love this week.
It is.
I'm not
It
going
is
to
great.
lie. Like, this week is great, but I also just want to puke.
It's great and terrifying at the same time,
ask
but we
you
need
that
it.
because you are probably the most like me when it comes to how we watch games, how we get ready for games. And I'm just like, I find that I can't relax and enjoy Thanksgiving anymore because of this game on Saturday.
No, you're totally right. And I mean, Thanksgiving is my family's favorite holiday. It's going to be smaller this year, but we won't delve into that.
Well, that sounds like there's some
We aren't going to delve into
behind
that
the scenes gossip.
because I will get in big trouble. So we're not going to go into it. But I just know that it is. I sit there at Thanksgiving dinner and I'm like, I can't stop thinking about the game on Saturday. And this Rutgers game was not great.
No, it's fine.
And it's like, we're keeping it simple and in all this other crap. And it's like, no.
We've seen scrimmages the last 2 weeks,
Yes,
Jen.
I know. And I hate it. Because, like, in my mind, I'm like, we need to make sure Ryan Day is in a clear headspace. Or we need to make sure, that Patricia and Hartline are really the ones calling the plays.
I understand about where this game lands now that we have it before Thanksgiving. I find that it's the perfect kind of distraction on Thursday. We already turned the page on Saturday afternoon. It was the first thing that we were thinking about. Most of us were thinking about the Michigan game before we even kicked the football off against Rutgers. And I think most players and coaches deep down in their hearts know that. But then you get Thursday where it's about the NFL. It's about stuffing your face with food.
You don't find this is in the back of your mind the entire day?
It's maybe there in the back of my mind, but I think it's a nice little escape. And then when we get to Friday, it's like, holy crap, we're one day away. We don't have to wait that long.
I enjoy the NFL. I mean, the NFL is my favorite thing. I enjoy that, but Buckeye football is right there. And so it's just, I don't know. I just want to fast forward.
I do like the excuse this gives me, though, because, people ask me, like, oh, are you going anywhere? Are you doing anything? Oh, no, I got to work on Wednesday, got to work on Friday.
Oh, it's always been great for that. But never travel for Thanksgiving.
I'll go by my parents on Thursday.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you stay for a little longer? I got to work
I mean,
tomorrow.
it's a convenient excuse.
It's like I'm milking the cows at 3 o'clock in the morning is the way that I phrase it. In reality, I'm not going to work until about 11, 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
It's fine.
All you do, Dad, is go to a place to sit. Ain't that big of a deal. That's what I get.
That's what you get from your kid?
Back when he was younger, back when he, wasn't understanding all the great things he has in this life. It was a little more than just going to sit somewhere.
Well, and I mean, Thursday night's going to be fun because you're going to have your special Common Man's Basement. At what, 10 o'clock?
That's right, 10 o'clock on Thanksgiving night on YouTube. Just search Common Man's Basement. It's brought to you by our friends at the Lion's Den. Subscribe to it. And I figure 10 o'clock, the merriment will have worn off.
And the tryptophan.
Hopefully the family has gone away.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe the kids are in bed and you're a little half in the bag like I will be. And we can commiserate together about the holiday and about what's coming up on Saturday.
Exactly. Now, will you be having any special guests on?
I will.
Oh.
This is the first time
really
that I've ever had guests on Common Man's Basement. They will not be with me in the basement, but Timmy will be joining.
Hey, I know that guy.
From his basement and a certain foul-mouthed Steeler fan.
Hi.
Named Jen Winters.
That's me.
Did you enjoy watching your team lose on?
God, I hate them so
on Saturday.
Lipid much.
We'll be able to be watching the Ravens kick the Bengals' ass at 10 o'clock.
Joey B's back.
Night.
Did you see Joey B?
I did.
He's back.
What's
He's
his
ready.
hairstyle today?
It's called Woman.
The man is a hair chameleon. He has a different hairstyle every time we see him.
I'm just hoping both teams have fun and they tie. That's what I'm hoping for.
Who? Bengals and Ravens?
Yeah.
Why?
No, you would like the
I
Bengals
would like
to
them
win.
both to lose.
No, you would like the Bengals to beat the
I
Ravens.
understand. I just wish they'd both tie because then they'd just be like, I don't care about my team. I don't want them in first place. I don't want them in the wild card. I want them.
Aaron Rodgers is back this week, though, right?
He can just go take a short walk off
I'm
of a short
scared.
pier.
I'm scared where you're
It was
going.
a long walk off a short pier.
walk off a short pier? So
I
he's
don't know
fine.
words.
So he
All I know is that I'm angry and I hate him and I hate Mason Rudolph. And I was really hoping for just like some sort of freak injury to happen.
So that Will Howard could come in?
Yes, I'm ready for the Will Howard era. No, I don't want to wish ill will on anybody, but Mason Rudolph, he's an exception.
It'd be fun to see Will.
Mm-hmm.
It would be fun to see Will, and at least for him to get his shot.
Yes.
You're seeing Shedeur Sanders get his shot for the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns. It'd be
Dude,
nice to see Will get a chance to play and see what he could do.
Being a Raiders fan, like that's really crappy.
Being a Raiders
Oh,
fan?
man, that team is trash.
You mean your team picking up and moving twice?
God.
Well, 3 times,
That
really, I
team is
guess.
so bad. And what Pete Carroll just go retire,
He's
dude.
100 years old.
Hang that up and go home.
Chip
got rid of
Kelly's
Chip
available
this
week. Chip's coming in as an analyst.
It's so
I asked
funny.
this question yesterday, Jen. I want to get your take on it. Who's had the worst season coming off of the national championship? Chip Kelly or Jim Knowles?
Jim Knowles.
Even though he's still employed.
He's still employed, but he's not going to be employed. And you know
and
he
got
wanted
his
to
head
go
coach
back.
got fired largely because he couldn't do his job.
Exactly. And you know he wanted to go back to Penn State so bad and all this other crap that happened. And
Did he, though? Or did he just expect
my thinking
Ryan Day
is,
to back up the Brinks truck for
I
him, and
well,
they didn't do that?
There was that. And I also think that he was thinking, okay, well, I've got a good thing going with James Franklin, even though James Franklin can't beat ranked teams. And in his mind, he's like, well, I can at least make it through the season, and they'll probably fire him because they won't be able to do anything.
Yeah.
And so he was thinking in his mind he could probably sneak in and become that, head coach.
Does he want to be the head coach? Is that a career aspiration that he has?
I mean, he's old as all get out, but I think
The ship has sailed on that.
I
He's not
don't
getting
know,
the
man.
head coaching gig at Penn State.
Well, he's not
I mean,
gonna
that's
be keeping
laughable
his
now.
defensive coordinator
He's not
gig
even
at Penn State.
going to be at Penn State. Yeah, but it's just the other thing too about it is you burned the bridge.
Yeah.
You burned a good relationship with one of the biggest power players in college football now in Ryan Day at Ohio State by doing that. Chip Kelly got north of $6 million. He had to coach half a season.
Yeah.
Now he's gone. He's still Ryan Day's boy.
And Ryan Day was okay with that.
Yeah.
He wanted him to stick around, but it's okay.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Well, the way Ryan Day
was going to go off to the league
is that he knew it was going to be a year.
Yeah.
You know, and if things worked out the way that he expected them to work out, Chip Kelly would be a hot commodity again, which he was.
He was.
And now?
Not so much.
Not.
So that's fine.
We are leaning into the nostalgia for this game. You've been a Buckeye fan your entire life. You've enjoyed this game with your father, all of that. What are the most memorable moments for you over the years?
The very first, when they went to the big house and they played Harbaugh, and the fans brought that sign out and it said, "Welcome home, Coach Harbaugh." When it was in the red and the scarlet and the gray and all of that. That, to me, just because I'm petty, I love that. And then we got the shots of his kid crying.
You really are. You are
That was
petty.
to me. I mean, and I know the what was it, the 1-2 game where Bo dies. You know, the week of.
Yes, I understand. Thanks for bringing that up.
That's right.
He was resurrected yesterday.
You must have heard the show on Monday.
Yes. But no, that to me, like the plays mean one thing to me, but I think it's everything else that surrounds it. And like right now, I feel like we're, 30 years ago, Oasis are together. The Beatles are releasing the anthology. Everybody Loves Raymond is getting some attention.
Did you watch the reunion show last night?
Of course I did. It was fantastic. I loved every minute of it. Oh, hi, I'm old.
That's good.
But I also kind of feel like, with Michigan, it's the John Cooper era. And I'm sorry, Coach Cooper. And I'm sorry, Coach Day.
That
but
sucked.
It's just, this is what I feel right now. Like everything is cyclical and we're in a 30-year cycle. And
it changes.
It does.
It changes on Saturday.
It better flip and change.
It's changing.
I sure hope so.
I hope so. Now it's changing?
It's changing.
It's changing?
Like,
Got to.
I want to see a Big Ten championship. I want them to go there. And then I want to work on New Year's Day. So let's do this. Let's go to the Rose Bowl.
Yeah, we plan on it. Jen, we're almost out of time. What's been happening behind the scenes at the station? We got some stuff possibly coming out, right?
Fun thing. Right now, it's live. If you go on your internets.
It is.
To 971thefan.com/fan store.
Okay,
There
I'm doing
are
it.
2 brand new Common Man and Timmy t-shirts.
It says it doesn't
available.
support a secure connection.
Well, that's just a
our
tech.
work
You can get past
Our
that.
work firewall.
Again,
go
that is
right past it.
971thefan.com/fan store.
These are brand new.
There is a Good Clean Boy shirt and a shit.
As of today. Man, what great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. We just beat Michigan gifts. Whatever you celebrate.
There's hoodies with them, too.
Yeah, you can customize.
You can get everything.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
A Good Clean Boy
You pay
hoodie?
more for that, but...
Shit.
Well, shit. You're not going to get a hoodie for the same price as a tee.
Also, follow me on social media. Please follow the fan on social media. I'm at Jen Winners 971. You can find me on Facebook now at Jen Winners. And then, hey, if you like the TikToks, come follow us on the TikToks. We're really close to 10,000 people. That would be awesome.
I don't know anything about the TikToks.
No, it's because you're an old.
You're not.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. See you next Tuesday.
We will hear
Happy Thanksgiving. Go Bucks.
From Ryan Day. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 5-minute delay on westbound 670 between US 33 and I-70. We also have a 5-minute holdup on westbound 104 between South High Street and 71. This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. For every $50 you spend in Roosters gift cards this holiday season, you'll receive a $10 Roosters bonus buck. Available at Roosters locations or at roosterswings.com.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're over 50, it's likely that you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Rick Germain called me the other day and said, Mikey, we need you back at Germain Nissan. The dealership misses you, and people are forgetting how awesome Nissans are. I'm a dude that's owned pretty much every Nissan under the sun, and I'm excited to go back in and get my hands dirty. You have to be crazy not to consider a Nissan from Germain Nissan. J.D. Power ranked Nissan #1 in customer satisfaction among mainstream brands. Plus, with Germain's $1,000 price promise, no one will sell you a Nissan for less. Germain Nissan, 4300 Morse Road, GermainNissan.com.
Listen to Financially Fit Radio with Corey Sickles this Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN, covering topics like what you need to know about annuities and how to stay healthy and enjoy retirement. Financially Fit Radio this Saturday at 9 a.m. on 1460 ESPN.
Ooh, winter's coming. And when the wind starts to blow, don't come inside to the cold. Open the door to peace of mind with your Waterworks and Header Precision Furnace Tune-Up and Energy Savings Plan. Your furnace is the heart of your home, and Waterworks and Header will have yours running at peak performance throughout the winter. Plus, you'll save on those energy bills too. Go to waterworks.com and schedule your furnace tune-up online. Waterworks and Header, heating, cooling, and plumbing, together to serve you better.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
All month long at Twin Peaks, celebrate National Dessert Month with sweet endings like our Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheesecake topped with RumChata sauce, or the Twin Peaks Sundae with a warm Ghirardelli brownie. Pair it with a Screwball peanut butter whiskey for the ultimate game day finish. Twin Peaks, eats, drinks, scenic views.
Does your vehicle need maintenance, but you don't have time? Krieger Ford's got you covered. Enjoy our convenient pickup and delivery service, or we come to you with our mobile service van. It's fast, easy, and hassle-free. Schedule your appointment today, only at KriegerFord.com.
Love football, love wings. Put those bad boys together and you get Austin and Byrne live at Roosters.
Presented by Bryant Heating and Cooling.
Large amounts of football and all the donkey sauce you can handle. Mondays on the Fans YouTube channel.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means you pick your wager. Will it be $1, $2, a crisp $20? Your call. Like picking your own numbers, use any inspiration you like. Birthdays, jersey numbers, you name it. And if you don't feel like choosing, there's the Super Quick Auto Pick. With regular promotions that'll get you more bang for your Keno buck, multiple ways to win, prizes galore, and live draws every few minutes. Anytime is the right time to get in on the Keno action. Keno is always fun, your way. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
Come on, kids, we're going to Grandma's house.
Grandma's house! Grandma's house! What do we do to be safe and ready to go? We buckle up. Buckle up.
Phones down.
Phones down. And when we go, take it slow. And if you drink,
don't drive. And off we go.
ODOT, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and the Ohio Traffic Safety Office are doing their part to keep roads safe. Do your part to make sure everyone makes it home safe for the holidays.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, scattered showers, breezy and mild on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Overnight, we're going to drop back down to the upper 40s early in the day. Cloudy skies and leftover shower during the morning. Temperatures falling all day into the 30s by Wednesday evening with a passing flurry possible. Wind gusts over 35 miles an hour. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on the Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Oh, hi. Hi. We interrupt office ping pong to bring you an immature radio show. This is Common Man and Timmy.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. Men, the holiday season is here, full of hustle, bustle, and packed with activity. But when your energy is drained, you're not sleeping well, and your hibbity-dibbity drive is nowhere to be found, then maybe it's tough to feel festive. These could be the signs of low testosterone. If that's what's going on, this is your season to take action and get treated. Did you know, Timmy, that when dudes get in their early to mid-30s, they start losing 2 to 3% of their testosterone production every year?
I heard something about that.
Yes, it happens gradually, and then if you don't watch it, then you're dead. Not really, but
that's not very good.
You feel like you're dead. Don't feel like you're dead. Go see my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. They will knock those numbers right up and get you frolicking in no time. Call them 800-900-9890. What is it? 9654.
Who are you with again?
I only say this number about 19 million times. 800-900-9654 or visit tristatemenshealth.com. Ryan Day with his weekly presser today. There are several cuts that I want to play you. This is perhaps the last real time that we'll hear from him before the game this week. Here is Coach Day talking about handling the emotions of the week.
You have to play with emotion, but you can't let it play with you, and you have to learn to use it as nitrous, not as a primary fuel source. And I think that's where, our guys have to continue to just focus on the process of how they prepare for games. And they're going to have enough emotion when they get into the game. We don't need to incite any more of that during the week. They know how important this is. They know that this is our number one goal every year to win this game. So that'll be our focus. And like you said, you start to get, over emotional, then you can start to get distracted and get yourself out of whack and not do your job. So let's just focus on each individual guy, making sure that at the end of the day, they've graded out a champion and that their positions have graded out a champion.
I guarantee you that Ryan Day read that in a book. Don't let emotions be your primary fuel choice. I like it.
Yeah.
Right? It makes sense.
Tackling fuel.
But that's like that's a saying from a book.
That is such coach speak, right? Like this is a prime coach speak type of press conference. Even, I played you a couple of clips from Sharon Moore, from Michigan's coach back in Inside the Buckeyes, and one that I didn't play for you was him talking about possibility for post-game antics. And not only did he say he doesn't want to see any of that, he even went back to last year and said, we talked about all that stuff. He was extra careful not to let anything slip out that could be caught down here in Columbus and used for bulletin board material. And, who the hell knows if stuff like that really does add to what you're going to do. It could just get you overly hyped and lose focus on what the job actually is if you get too much of that.
Chip Kelly was fired this week as offensive coordinator of the Raiders. Of course, he was our offensive coordinator last year. Ryan Day was asked if Chip Kelly will be coming in at some point for the rest of the season.
Yeah, I would say not thinking about that right now. It's just too much going on. I do think right now, we have great chemistry, but we got to be on our game as a coaching staff this week. We got to be clean. We got to be great with our meetings. We got to be great on the field, and allow the guys to play really, really fast. So, all of that has been working up to this moment here. So, that's not something I thought about, and right now we're gonna stick with what we got.
All right. First of all, he has thought about it.
Are we really expecting something on Chip Kelly's inclusion in this Michigan game plan?
I would actually like him to rule that out. And it's not the fact that I don't think Chip did a great job last year. He did. And Ryan Day clearly has respect for him. But if I'm Brian Hartline, I am going to Ryan Day and I'm saying, hey, no disrespect to you and no disrespect to Coach Kelly. I don't need a babysitter in here.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't need someone who did it before me staring over my shoulder when I'm attempting to call plays during a game. And I'm not saying that's what Chip Kelly would do, but if I were Brian Hartline, I would perceive it that way.
No.
This is my offense. This is my team. Let me call the game.
I completely agree with that going forward. Boil it down to just this week. And I guess that's a question that you got to ask because Chip Kelly was just here. He won a national championship. But again, we've talked about this. We all kind of knew and figured if it went really well, even if it didn't, that he might have been a one-year coach and then trying to get his way back in the NFL. And Ryan Day seemed to be privy to those plans going in, which is why the animosity is there with Jim Knowles, not there with Chip Kelly. He got fired from his NFL gig this week. Ryan Day's already knee deep in Michigan discussions and game plans.
Right. You're
and
not going to upset the
plays
apple
that they've
cart.
held back. There is a 0% chance that he was going to have Chip Kelly's involvement in this week for the rest of the season, possibly. But I still agree with you. Let's go with what we got working here right now.
Ryan Day was asked if it's fun this week to be the head coach of the Buckeyes.
Like I say, fun is kicking ass, and that's what we want to do on Saturday. So we're preparing to do that, and that's it. Like, there's nothing funny about this at all. But the fun part is winning. So we'll save the fun for being in the locker room and celebrating after the game. But the preparation is like, that's what you love. You love the competitive part of this and everything that comes with it. And our guys came in Sunday. Came in here yesterday, got work on their own, and even guys in the building today. I mean, they got a good bounce in their step, and they look forward to this week.
See, giving that another listen, it's mild. It's certainly mild, but Michigan can construe that a certain way if they want, if they feel like it. Sometimes you can just listen to any kind of clip and manufacture some hatred.
He says they're going to kick our
something.
ass.
Yeah, he's saying he's going to kick our ass. He says fun. They want to come up here and have some fun, kick our ass, and save the fun for celebrating in the locker room after the game.
I don't care about bulletin board stuff. All right? Everybody knows that Ryan Day has all the motivation in the world to win this game. And, of course, he believes in his guys. Just like Sharon Moore believes in his guys. Right? I don't believe in any of that crap.
It didn't rise to the level of something like off base and ridiculous to say as a head coach that hasn't won in 4 straight times. It was rather tame. I'm not even trying to make that out to be some kind of throwing the gauntlet down. It wasn't as mild as it gets, but I don't care about anything at all other than the win. I don't care what you said or what you did, just win.
Here's what I'm scared of. And I said this before the season when we talked about the toughest games on the schedule, and I looked at that Penn State game. And it wasn't because I was necessarily scared of their talent or I was scared of what I thought to be James Franklin at that time. Now, he was fired before that game got to us. But
yeah,
I was concerned about Ryan Day taking it personally with Jim Knowles because Ryan Day, I think when he coaches emotionally, when he lets those emotions get the best of him, he doesn't put out the best version of himself.
It gets tight.
Yes.
There's something that you can see on his face.
And so that's my concern. Not just the fact that Ann Arbor's a tough place to play and, this team hasn't won since 2019. All of that, of course, is valid. But if he's so wound tight, if he's too emotional, is he going to allow his guys to call the game that they want to call? Or is he going to micromanage and take control?
Do you wonder, what Ryan's doing at home this week?
Watching film.
Do you think he's stressing out of his mind, or is
tweezers and just plucking out pubes?
Is he's going to have to try to go off of what last year's emotions were like in the week building up, and then try to do something more to help himself relax and maybe get outside of his head a little bit? Because I get these are coaches that are pouring 20 hours a day, 18 to 20 hours a day into their craft at this point in time. And you're working odd hours. If you wake up in the middle of the night and you have a thought bubble that pops in about how I can attack Michigan's defense when they're so gung-ho on stopping the run, here's a couple of ideas of route concepts.
We were talking to Jake Diedler. Jake Diedler said he's waking up in the middle of the night drawing up plays.
Good pull. Yeah, he was in here last month. He said the same thing. That I'm sure you're still going to do that, but aside from that, you probably have to allow yourself to enjoy a conversation with the kids. Enjoy a conversation about something else. Sink into 30 minutes of a movie that pops up on TV that everyone else in the family is watching. Do whatever you can to just breathe and relax. Make it better for when you get on that bus Friday afternoon to go on up there.
Rapid fire coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 20-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's in the right lane on eastbound 70 on the west side at 315. It's going to be stop and go from West Broad Street. And there's about a 10-minute delay on northbound 270 on that east outer belt between Morse Road and 161. This report is sponsored by FranklinCrisisCare.org. Are you or someone you know feeling overwhelmed by a mental health or addiction crisis? The Franklin County Crisis Care Center is now open 24/7 with care from certified peers and professionals. Learn more at FranklinCrisisCare.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. From hobbyists and machine shops to manufacturers and maintenance departments, visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Guys, you heard of TRT, but have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start your treatment, you'll wish you had done it sooner. All the guys I know go to Synergetics and Low T Center for TRT. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get it now for your free TRT test. The best you is waiting. No appointment is necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
It's Black Friday all month long with low lease payments on every model, starting at $99 a month for a 2026 Elantra. Plus, get owner assurance and America's best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. At Great Lakes Hyundai, these savings are so good. Columbus or Dublin or glakeshyundai.com. With approved credit, $39.95 down plus access fees, first month payment, and 10 miles per year ends 12/1.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by the Hinderer Motor Company. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
11 and a half. That's not the Buckeye football over-under win total. That's the amount of times Common Man wipes his crack. I'll take the over.
Oh, what's that smell?
You're listening to Man and Timmy.
I got a story for you, Timmy.
Tell me.
Travis Turner is the head coach of an undefeated Virginia high school football team. Well, last week, he just got everybody nervous. He was reported missing last Thursday. They had a playoff game coming up last weekend. It's like, we can't find coach.
Just missing.
What the hell's going on? We're scared, and it's making the news, and the entire community's talking about it. Where the hell's coach? Well, coach didn't show up for the game. But they went out and played, won anyway, without coach, and they still have not been able to find him. Well, it was a nice, heartwarming story about the community banding together to look for this high school football coach. People were very concerned. But now it turns out that the reason they can't find him is because he's wanted on 5 counts of child pornography.
Oh, my God.
Which may explain why he's decided to,
there it is.
Go on the lam.
There it is.
So, Coach,
where do you think he went?
He's in hiding.
I looked up this school. This is from downstate Virginia. It's not in one of the hot spots, Richmond or the Tidewater, like Virginia Beach, Norfolk, or Northern. It's like way down in southwest Virginia by Wytheville, like west of Blacksburg. I don't know. Where this guy would have gone. Do you think he left the country if he had this much time to get ahead of it? I know I made it out like it's in the middle of nowhere. He still could have gotten to an airport and left.
I don't know where he could have gone.
He's in the mountains of Virginia. He's just locked.
He's like Ted Kaczynski now. He's got shack.
The moonshiner's got him. He's way up there in the backwoods. He can't get down.
So I guess the sad news is the coach was missing for a while. The team rallied. They won their game on Saturday. The bad news is coach is a child pornographer.
I just seen that the wife made some comments.
What did she say?
She was talking to the Daily Mail here today.
Reach for comment. She said, ick.
She said, none of that is true. He's a good dad and a good husband, and we want him home. That's it. Could you tell us what's going on? Like, where is he? I don't know anything. I'm sorry. That's the comment.
All right.
That seems normal.
All right.
Rapid fire.
Sponsored by The Waterworks. Plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling. From sump pumps and water heaters to full heating and cooling repair and replacement. The Waterworks tackles it all. Call 614-232-2222.
Teddy is not here today, but Evil Bald Colin is, and he's in charge of Rapid Fire today. Rapid Fire number 1.
All right, we just discussed Chip Kelly, and he's not coming back to Columbus to Ohio State anytime soon, but he could be taking a head coaching job in college football. Do you think Kelly will be a target for a top-tier opening this cycle?
Top tier, no, probably not. I can see him being a hot commodity for an offensive coordinator, but if he wants a top job, then he's going to have to take an OC job and work his way back up there. If he wants a mid-level job, perhaps.
I agree with Mike there. I'm thinking of maybe something like the California Golden Bears. Go back to California where you were coaching at UCLA. Also, it hasn't really gone well when he's been a head coach. This might be the thing where offensive coordinator at a major program might be the best idea for Chip.
Rapid Fire number 2.
If you had to start up an NFL franchise, would you rather have J.J. McCarthy or Shedeur Sanders as your franchise quarterback?
Yuck! Give me Shedeur.
Yeah.
I'm taking Michigan boy, and I think it's going to fail with Shedeur, but I don't want J.J. McCarthy and his, what has he got, 10 interceptions now with 6 touchdowns?
Yeah,
he's not any good.
I'll take Shedeur. He's not any good, and he's always hurt now, too.
He's in the concussion protocol again this week, isn't he?
Did you see who their quarterback is going to be if he can't go this weekend? Because Carson Wentz...
Davis Mills' long-lost brother?
No, Carson Wentz was the backup quarterback, but he's out for the season now. So they have Minnesota Golden Gopher Max Brosner.
Oh, the Brosner.
Oh, he's going to be the starter this week if J.J. McCarthy can't go. Rapid Fire number 3.
All right, we hear this stat every single year, but the team that wins the rushing battle usually wins the Ohio State-Michigan game. Will that stat of the team winning that battle continue this year?
No. Michigan's going to rush for a bunch of yards because that's what they do. All right, but Ohio State is going to win because they're going to realize who they are. They're a Ferrari. Stop trying to take that Ferrari off-roading. It's not going to work. Michigan's got a Jeep. You got a Ferrari, keep it on the track.
What if the Ferrari can't drive because we got that rear wheel slip differential that can't work in the snow? What if that happens?
What's that, the posi traction?
It's get the posi traction's all out of whack.
Because our guys are hurt, is what you're saying.
Well, not only the guys being ouchy, but the weather patterns aren't going to let for all that.
But can I tell you something? If you get a little bit of the Jeep, that's a bonus, but you don't game plan for the off-roading.
I'm going to say no, too. I'm going to say no. Just win. I don't care. I hope they outgain them, but I hope they all also outpass them at the same time.
Rapid Fire number 4.
What common Thanksgiving meal item, maybe like a French silk pie that you guys talked about, would you immediately remove from the meal if you have the power to do so?
We don't do the French silk pie on Thanksgiving.
You're saying it's got to be a good one?
We're not communists.
It could be whatever you want, but like it's very common.
I know that when I go over by my mom's house on Friday, she's going to have a big ass, or Thursday, she's going to have a big ass salad.
Oh,
and I don't want. But if I don't take some, I'm going to get the eye from her. I worked hard on that salad. I don't want salad. Salad's fine for a regular Thursday dinner. This is Thanksgiving. I don't want to fill up my stomach with salad.
I like stuffing, but I don't have to have it on my plate.
Oh, see, I got to have it.
You'll die if you don't have stuffing.
I got to have the stuffing.
I won't die because I have some other things. I have the cornbread pudding, which kind of fits for a stuffing kind of supplement. It's fantastic. We get a little turkey and the mac and cheese.
Can you
a lot
bring
of cheesiness?
Now, you say you make the corn pudding. I find it hard to believe you make it better than City Barbecue makes the corn pudding.
You want some?
On Friday, bring me a little Tupperware of the corn pudding.
I'm bringing it for you. I bring you the pudding.
You like it, the corn pudding?
Yes,
I get you the pudding.
I get it.
Rapid Fire number 5.
All right, the game was not the only game last rivalry week in 2024 that had a flag planting incident.
It was everywhere.
Yeah. Arizona State, they took the pitchfork into the Arizona logo.
Stabbed it right through a guy's foot.
Yes, and then UNC and NC State also had an incident. So the question is, Will we see another wave of these flag planting incidents across the country this week?
Yes. I think because we had it last year, I think coaches are going to clamp down and they're going to preach and tell their guys not to do it.
Then other teams will do it.
You think so?
The ones that preach about it to take a year off, someone else will pick up the pieces and it'll get done. You know what? And it makes for great theater. Of course, if I was a coach, I'd be preaching that we're not doing this and not planting flags at visiting stadiums, but it's dramatic and it's fun to watch when you're sitting on your couch.
Well, it's okay to a certain extent. However, we had a situation here last year. Obviously, it happened to us. We're not happy about it because it comes off a loss. But you also have police officers that were put in danger. You got pepper spray going on.
Well, the police officers were they the ones pepper spraying, or was it security officers that weren't cops?
No, I thought it was police that were pepper spraying.
Right. Okay. Do we need to be pepper spraying over some on-field antics? Like what?
If you're running over a police officer,
yeah,
you know that's
you're
the
gonna
thing.
Get sprayed.
Wasn't it a situation where somebody got hurt? A police officer got hurt last year?
I don't remember that part of it. I just remember we had a reporter and several reporters felt the effects of the pepper spray in the area.
Hey, let me tell you something.
You don't want. You are right.
I think it's A-okay if you decide to pepper spray Adam King in the face anytime you want. That's nothing to do with flag planting.
All right, you see him, shoot him in the face with pepper spray.
CB, do you have a bonus one?
So this is actually... I was attempting to paste over a number 6 of my own, and I accidentally left Teddy's in from last week.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I actually do have one. Would you rather this game, the weather, be rainy and windy or super cold and snowy?
Super cold and snowy over rain and wind. Yeah, if we're going rain and wind, let's just go all the way to the Hamptons and let's play a little snowball.
Unless it's a total blizzard. One of the misnomers is that you can't pass in the snow. Actually, if you pass in the snow, it works in your favor because at least your wide receivers are moving forward.
Mm-hmm. They get some momentum.
The defenders are moving backwards in the snow, and it can be much harder to play. So snow does not scare me. If that ball gets really slick and wet, then yes, it makes it harder for Julian Sain to throw the ball. But as far as catching and running routes, that makes no difference.
Yeah, if that ball can be dried a little bit, if it's like
dry the ball.
A fresh, thick powder that's coming down, that could be okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, boy.
A play-by-play guy has lost his damn mind. Details coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got almost a 30-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's in the center lane on northbound 71 on the north side at Hudson Street. It's going to be stop and go from East Broad Street. And we've got a little slowdown on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Easton Way and 670. This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Roosters. For every $50 you spend in Roosters gift cards this holiday season, you'll receive a $10 Roosters bonus buck. Available at Roosters locations or at roosterswings.com.
Diamond Sellers bringing the world's finest jewelry to you at our annual holiday gala December 4th through December 6th. Celebrate the season of sparkle with up to 25% off for 1 weekend only at our Sawmill Road and Easton locations. Visit diamondseller.com/gala to learn more.
You can stream the game on your phone while you're gardening. You can stream it while you walk the dog. You can stream it at a trampoline park. You can even stream it at a monster truck rally. But the second you get behind the wheel, the game's over. Remember, Ohio, phones down. It's the law.
Bobby Carpenter here with the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. In football, a quarterback needs protection, time in the pocket to make the big play. In business, your pocket is your cash flow. Without the right protection, pressure can come fast. A great banking partner is like your O-line, pancaking your problems to keep you marching down the field. Here's Chuck Moore, CEO, and Travis Sanders, president of Riverside Bank of Dublin, on how they help local businesses protect the pocket.
Thanks, Bobby.
At Riverside Bank, we help you guard what matters most with cash management, flexible credit solutions, and fraud protection that keeps your business upright and moving forward.
That's right, Chuck. Because whether you're running a small shop or leading a regional enterprise, protecting your pocket is how you stay in the game. Come see us at Riverside Bank, and we'll help you play to win. Look for our new branch location at Bridge Park in 2026.
Tune in every day for the Riverside Bank of Dublin Sports Money Report. Visit their office at 6300 France Road in Dublin or online at riverside.bank.
Skyline's Mac and Cheese 3-Way is back. This time with white cheddar cheese and creamy cavatappi pasta. Try a Mac and Cheese 3-Way with Skyline's original chili or their new chicken chili at participating Skyline locations for a limited time.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Truck drivers, wherever you want to take your driving career in 2026, Schneider has an opportunity for you. Our huge selection of driving jobs means you can get the home time that suits your schedule. Choose from daily, weekly, monthly, or sometime in between. Plus, Schneider drivers can choose from dedicated, intermodal, drive-in, and tanker options. Don't wait to upgrade your career before the new year. Search jobs and apply now at SchneiderJobs.com. That's SchneiderJobs.com.
Change things up this year and leave that dusty boxed Christmas tree in the crawl space and get a live Christmas tree from Oakland Nursery. They're beautiful and you can plant them after the season. Alberta spruce start at just $19.99. Norway spruce start at just $9.99. Decorative pine roping just $26.99 for a 25-foot coil. Live wreaths start at $17.99. Fresh greens start at $2.99 a bundle, and poinsettias from $6.99 each. Since 1940, Christmas has started at Oakland Nursery.
It's almost Football Friday. All play and no work.
Sponsored by Tansky Sawmill Toyota.
Your home for football, The Fan.
Common Man is one soiled bed sheet away from being Jeff Remmer's legal guardian. This is Man and Timmy.
Please subscribe to the podcast wherever you get your audio. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast is brought to you by our friends Care Heating and Cooling. Two things for you. First of all, we're out at 5:30 today because Jake Diebler and Buckeye basketball, they're rude. They have another early tip. Buckeyes in Mount St. Mary's. The coverage of that will start at 5:30. So that's why we're out at 5:30. Also, if you missed it earlier, we have, for the first time in a long time, brand new T-shirts for your holiday gift giving. Go to 971thefan.com/fan store, and you will see good, clean boy shirts. I mean, it's a T-shirt, but you can also make a hoodie on there. They'll take your money.
It's got a hat and some thick-rimmed glasses under the hat.
Or perhaps your speed is a shirt that just says, shit. We have one of those, too, for all your holiday gift-giving needs.
How many eyes we got? How many eyes we got on that shirt?
3 rows of eyes, baby.
3 rows of eyes? Shit. That's a lot of eyes.
All right, talk about this Creighton guy.
All right, so CB
all right,
and I... all right, Johnny, I'm sorry, all right? CB and I were talking a little college basketball before the program, and It's feast week. It's a great week. Not only are we getting ready for Ohio State, Michigan, but for guys like us, we got all these great games going on. You got the Players Era Festival. You know about that one?
No.
The D Cup? The Players Era Festival. This one is going on in Las Vegas right now. Very big
Vegas.
event. A lot of big college basketball programs taking part in it. And the Creighton Blue Jays, they've been a very solid team throughout the years here as they've kind of dominated. Maybe not dominated, but they've won the Big East. They've been a very, very good team, had their trip to the Final Four. They were playing the Baylor Bears in their opener. Another really good program coached by Scott Drew, who is in that family of coaches we talked about, same coaching tree that Jake Diebler comes from. So there, you just love to see it. I don't know this play-by-play announcer from Adam, but sometimes it just boils over. Things aren't going right. You feel like the officials have already missed a couple of calls in this game already. It's a close game. They wind up losing this one 81-74, so you know this is nip and tuck. And John Bishop, the play-by-play man for the Creighton Jays basketball team, just lost it.
Carr into the paint, missed the dunk, and a fucking foul. What are you talking about? That was 2 seconds after the play ended. Carr driving. He's outside the circle. He's outside the circle and he's set. He was outside the circle and he was set. Brett Smith blew it. He was outside the restricted area. He was straight up and down. He was set like the statue sitting out in front of New York, and they called that. That's an absolutely horse crap call. In a game that's been played out like this. Unbelievable bailout call by an incompetent referee. And ball don't lie.
All right.
He misses
the free throw. I want to just play the start of that again because what he will say is a blocking foul, not an effing foul, which is what I thought he said.
Carr into the paint, missed the dunk, and a fucking foul.
I got to tell you.
An effing foul. I got a little nervous. Like we didn't have the delay or the dump, but why would we put that audio in there if he said the F word, if we F-bomb Jend our way through that call?
Have you met the people that work here? Why would we put it in our system and just leave it there for people to play?
You think an esteemed play-by-play announcer is going to drop an F-bomb? You know, I'm not sure. I'd like to talk to a referee about what the exact protocol is.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
I'm a high school basketball referee.
No. I'm talking about NCAA.
Ooh, okay.
I'm sorry,
I guess
Lori.
you don't want to talk to a woman. Bye.
That's not what I said, Lori. I'll see you on the C bus next time NCAA tournament is in town. Ooh. So there could be a technical foul situation for a play-by-play announcer getting a little bit too big for his britches. If you are close enough to the action there and the referee, like a lot of times, you're center court. I don't know what the exact broadcast situation is for the Players Era Festival. It could be different for all these different neutral site events. We know for home games at Buckeye basketball, most basketball announcers do prefer to be as close to center court on the floor as possible, not Big Daddy Paul Keels. He actually sits at the top of the lower bowl.
If this is a neutral site, this is in Vegas, he's probably down.
Probably down there.
At the court level.
But there might be a second row and even a third row because there's so many different teams that are there for, think of almost like an NCAA tournament setting where you've got 8 different schools there. There's more than that for the Players Era Festival. I'm just saying, there could be a situation if you are within an earshot and the ref is maybe giving you the eyes, maybe gives you a point, gives you a warning, you could issue a technical foul that would go against Creighton.
Looky here. I have no problem when local announcers lose their minds.
No.
All right, now when a national guy does it, that's unprofessional. You know, you don't want to make yourself the star of the show. But I assume if you're listening to that broadcast, you're a Creighton fan.
Oh, yeah.
You're feeling everything that announcer is feeling. And it makes you feel better. Even though it's a terrible call and you feel bad about that, makes you feel better that someone is calling that bad referee out. Let me play a little thing from one of my favorite announcers back in the day. White Sox play-by-play guy.
Your guy.
Hawk Harrelson.
Your guy Hawk.
What are you doing?
That's incredible. That is unbelievable. I'll tell you what. They have got to start making guys be accountable. That is totally absurd. That just tells you he has blue. Here's an umpire in the American League knows nothing about the game of baseball.
Who's got the vuvuzelas there?
It was recorded off of like a TV broadcast.
It's the worst audio. It's like from the 70s.
I don't have good audio.
Did he
I
say,
have that.
Did he say you got to be beeping? Kidding me?
You got to be
bleeping
me. Yes.
He said you got to be bleeping me.
You got to be bleeping me.
Bleep, yo.
Oh, I love it. All right, what do you want to tease? What do you want to do?
You know, I was looking over on an old-timey Ohio State-Michigan game that I'm sure some people have done their research and their studies about, but I'm going to tell people how fascinated I was with the 1950 Snow Bowl when I read up on it.
Look at you. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got a 10-minute slowdown on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And expect some more delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of eastbound 70 downtown at 4th Street. This report is sponsored by Lowe's. It's never too early for Lowe's Black Friday deals. Grab 25% off select pre-lit artificial Christmas trees made for all your favorite holiday moments. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 12/3. While supplies last, selection varies by location. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by Whiskey War by High Bank Distillery. Drink local. Drink High Bank.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward, and Thanksgiving is approaching quick. Still plenty of time to get your Awaken 180 consultation on the calendar to receive your $500 off. It's a thank you from Awaken 180. No, you don't need to start the program right before Turkey Day. Simply have your consultation now and be ready to start the Monday after. 4 weeks before the new year, and with results like mine, you could be down 27 pounds on your way to dropping 50. Fast results, and now with $500 off. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season with a Home for the Holidays raffle. And help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish Kids. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidayscolumbus.org. Terms and conditions apply.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com. 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Common Man and Bob Capace here for Worthington Jewelers. Bob, why should people trust you for their holiday shopping this year?
Family owned and operated for 25 years. We're known for helping guys make great decisions, unlike me hiring you, Common Man.
You know, I was thinking, I've been a good, clean boy this year. You got anything for me over there?
How about a nice anklet?
Sold! Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com, where Columbus gets engaged.
When we started the company, I was absolutely going to build my own plant. We can build a very, very good window and sell it at a reasonable price. If you buy from a company that is a dealer, they have to order the part from the factory, have it sent, and then schedule a service. I got 500 locks out back. If you need a lock, it'll take me 15 seconds to walk back here and grab one for you.
Visit Rosati Windows by the end of this month and get 35% off all windows and doors.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, is it true?
What's that?
Tire Discounters is offering up to $200 off sets of Goodyear tires?
Absolutely.
Plus free alignment and a full synthetic oil change?
You got it.
I'm not one to exaggerate, but that may be the best deal in the history of the world.
But free would be better.
Mike, don't toy with me.
Through the holidays, every day we're open, someone will get their money back on 4 tires.
But I...
Just breathe, Phantom. Breathe.
No purchase necessary. Ends 12/31/25. Visit website for details.
Millions of fans agree. This Christmas tradition rocks. Trans-Siberian Orchestra, live in concert, presenting The Ghosts of Christmas Eve, the best of TSO and more. December 23rd, 2 shows, Nationwide Arena. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. Trans-Siberian Orchestra. A portion of the proceeds benefits the James and Heather Pick Music Program.
Shop Meijer this Thanksgiving and bring more good to your table with incredible savings on seasonal favorites. Enjoy a Meijer frozen turkey for just 39 cents per pound with M-Perks. Limit 1 per customer, no clipping necessary. Russet potatoes are 99 cents for a 5-pound bag. Select varieties of Aunt Millie's Big and Fluffy Rolls are $3.29 a dozen. And don't forget to top up your meal with the fresh from Meijer 10-inch pumpkin pie for $8.99. Make Thanksgiving a good deal better with savings on the whole meal at Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
From moving compliance targets to shifting regulations, the pressure to stabilize is growing. At Plant Moran, we help you meet complexity with confidence. We cut through the noise and give you the tools to act, ground your planning in insights, and tailored tax strategies from senior specialists so the next step you take is on solid footing. Don't chase stability, lead with it. Plant Moran. Stability, period.
Back for a limited time, the French dip from Firehouse Subs. Piled high with premium roast beef, caramelized onions, and melty provolone cheese on a freshly toasted garlic butter roll. Served with warm, savory au jus for dipping. This premium French dip is only at Firehouse Subs for a limited time. Head to your nearest Firehouse Subs or order ahead and skip the line. And remember, Firehouse Subs catering is perfect to feed the whole crew on game day. Limited time at participating Firehouse Subs restaurants while supplies last.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The top-ranked Ohio State football team gets ready for the game on Saturday against the team up north. Head coach Ryan Day held his weekly press conference today and mentioned it'll be a doctor's decision on whether or not Jeremiah Smith and Carnell Tate play on Saturday. But he said both wide receivers are working hard to get back. Kickoff Saturday is at noon. Another round of college football playoff rankings will be revealed tonight at 7 o'clock. Tune into the Fans YouTube tonight for a special live reaction to the updated rankings. And on the hardwood tonight, the 5-0 Ohio State basketball team returns to action as they host Mount St. Mary's. Tip-off is at 6:30 with coverage beginning here on The Fan at 5:30. This update sponsored by Green & Sons, family owned and operated for over 45 years. Find your next Kubota tractor at Green & Sons, located in Mount Sterling and north of Marysville in Raymond. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Timmy wants you to know that he's fingering his dry snacks. Whatever the hell that means. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Just 30 minutes left of this show because we have Buckeye basketball tonight. Buckeyes and Mount St. Mary's.
They got to win. Not just, obviously, they have to win this game. That goes without saying. Mikey, I'm putting it down for them. Like, we got a lot of stuff coming up, before the game. I talked about how Thanksgiving for me gives me a chance to have a little bit of a pause. I experience a little bit less of the nervous poos that you do on that day because I can sort of forget and unwind. I'm watching college basketball. I'm watching Feast Week, all these games that are on. Buckeyes play tonight, win this game.
You have to win this game. Mount St. Mary's is bad.
I'm not talking about this one. I'm going to demand.
Demand?
Yeah. I demand a true road victory at Pitt. Pitt is no good, my friend.
No, they've had a couple bad losses this year, right?
Lowe and Leggett, they're two stud guards that were on last year's team that led that comeback. They shouldn't have lost the game last year at the shot. They had that game in control. That was let it slip away. That was wilt down the stretch Buckeyes. We don't want to see those Buckeyes anymore. I'm not saying you got to blow them out by 20 points. I'll take a 5-point win. I'll take a 9-point victory. Go to Pittsburgh on Friday. Pick up a nice, true road victory. It might not even do wonders for your resume, but let's make sure that it doesn't hurt our resume when it's all said and done.
So tomorrow on the show, we're going to be here live, 3 to 6. It's one of the biggest travel days of the year, especially if you're driving by car. A lot of people get off work early on Wednesday and then head to family if they're within a couple hours driving distance. So maybe you're with other people in the car that aren't normally with you. We did this last year on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving that we did a family-friendly show. Some words or topics that maybe grandma will find offensive or the little ones may find offensive. We're going to curb that tomorrow. We're going to have a fun for the whole family type of show. And you know what else is coming up tomorrow?
I do.
Yesterday
we talked to the other guy.
We held a seance and we brought Bo Schembechler back from the dead. And we heard from Bo Schembechler. Well, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, the Buckeye legend, Woody Hayes. That is tomorrow's show.
I mean, it's basically like there's an unspoken rule in the media where if it's an election year, if you have like a big name politician on that even wants to come on and talk sports and hee-haw and all that, you've got to at least extend the same offer to someone that's competing on the other side.
Right.
How the hell did we have Bo Schembechler on before we had Woody on? I wonder if Woody is going to have a problem or have an issue with that.
I don't know if he will or not, but we will talk to dead Woody Hayes coming up tomorrow. And it's family friendly tomorrow. No conversation about the cuck chair. All right, we'll save that for Friday. Tomorrow, bring Grandma with you.
What about Grandpa?
Grandpa's dead.
Grandpa's dirty too. He would want the dirty show.
I want to talk about the cuck chair.
Tell me more about this cuck chair. So, speaking of Woody Hayes, the year before he arrived, he started coaching at Ohio State in 1951. The rivalry game the year before that was one of the most fascinating in the history books for a variety of reasons. I'm looking at this from the Ohio State libraries online, and they pulled this from the Alumni Magazine. I love these old write-ups, right? Like this from the Ohio State University Monthly. The game was played in the teeth of a full-scale blizzard. 5 inches of snow already on the ground and snow whistling through the air, born on a 29-mile-per-hour gale. Despite the fact that it was the worst blizzard in 37 years in Columbus, the Ohio Capitol easily defended its title as the football craziest town in the nation. I love that.
Let me also put a little context
Who wrote
on this,
that?
too.
Who wrote that?
Jack Park. Special and fresh. Listen, back in 1950, they didn't have the type of weather forecast that we have today. There was no Jerry March. There was no Doppler radar. There was none of it. We had no satellites up in the sky to monitor the clouds. Pretty much the weather forecasting was the meteorologist, if that was even a term, called his meteorologist counterpart in Dayton and said, hey, what's happening? I don't know. I got to call Indy.
Call West.
They'll
call
tell me.
East.
Just keep calling East
Yeah.
or West or whatever. Hey, Indy boy, is it raining there? Yep. Figure about 3 hours raining by you.
Coming your way.
This snowstorm sort of took everybody by surprise. Nobody knew how bad it was going to be.
A total of 50,503 persons braved the elements, staying below deck until under the stadium until just a few minutes before kickoff. Unbelievable. So, because of the large crowd and the mess that it would have created to refund the tickets, Ohio State's athletic director, Dick Larkins, after conferring with both Michigan and Big Ten officials, decided to play that game. You had to play that game, right? And here was the thing. It didn't have a bearing on who would win the conference and go to the Rose Bowl. And had the game not been played on his order, the Big Ten title would have been given to Ohio State by default. Ohio State officials felt that they would have never been able to live this down had that happened.
So they could have won the Big Ten championship game.
But they played.
If they just said weather conditions too bad, and nobody would have faulted them for that because they were terrible that day. But instead, they went out and they played. And I'm sure that their decision was backed up with a victory. Right, Timmy?
And not that. Because the wildest thing about this football game, and I don't know if this is an all-time record. I wasn't able to find that, but how could it not be? You want to know how many punts were in this football game? How many punts were in a college football game?
I don't know the answer, okay? So I'm going to guess. 1950 snowy punt. I'm going to say each team punted 12 times. So
24 punts.
24 punts.
Oh, that's a lot of punts, Mike. You sure about that answer? You sure about that? You sure about that? That's not why? It's actually 45 punts. 45 punts. Because
how is it even possible to punt 45 times?
They started to just punt on first down. That's how, if there's clips of this, you can find some video footage. I don't know which one it is because there's been a bunch of documentaries. HBO's done one. I know it was Liev Schreiber, the guy that does the narration for Hard Knocks, famous Hollywood actor. Well, it was 1950 and Ohio State and Michigan met at Ohio Stadium. 50,503 people showed up that day, and they couldn't get anything done offensively, so they just started to punt the football. And you started to rely on the other team bleeping it up. And eventually, there were some bleep ups. So it happened where Ohio State blocked a Michigan punt. They blocked a punt, somehow turned that into a Vic Janowitz field goal.
How long was that field goal in the snow?
The field goal was, I'm trying to get a distance on that for you. It looked like it was in the 30 to 35 yard range because I saw the video clip. I didn't get an exact yardage. They couldn't see the lines. Can't see the lines, can you, Russ?
No.
You have no idea what yard line you're on. Just write it down at 36 yards, whatever. Seems good enough. The fact that he made that, I mean, it was Adam Vinatieri-esque making a field goal like that. So they're up 3-0. Michigan gets a safety. I don't know how you had such porous field position to give the other side, the opposition, a safety, but they got it. It's 3-2. And then before half, Ohio State is trying to punt the ball away again, and somebody from Michigan's Tony Momsen, came through the line, blocked a punt, and fell on it in the end zone for a touchdown, and it would be the final score of 9-3. 47 seconds left in the first half, and that happened. Vic Janowitz said afterwards, it was like a nightmare. My hands were numb and blue. I had no feeling in them, and I don't know how I hung on to the ball. It was terrible. You knew what you wanted to do, but you couldn't do it.
Now, obviously, hindsight being 20/20, you don't play the game, you win the Big Ten, that's the end of that. But they went out there, they played. What amazes me is that 50,000 people showed up there. I don't know how the hell they showed up there.
That's fans, right? Some of them probably walked.
You had to walk.
Yeah, just walked it to it. You had enough people that were, centrally located around the stadium. You could do that.
Heating.
And I'm all right. But what about here was the other thing. One more tidbit. I'm checking this right now. Yeah, see, they used to have the rule. I think this affected the Ohio State-Michigan game throughout history, but that would have been Ohio State's Rose Bowl because they did not play in the game the previous year. The Big Ten had the rule where you couldn't go back-to-back years. So sometimes you would just be playing spoiler. You'd still want to win the conference, but you'd be preventing the other team from just going to the Rose Bowl to take that spot. You'd rather see Wisconsin. It slipped to the third-place team that would move up and take that spot instead.
Thank you for the history lesson, my friend.
You're welcome.
Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
Traffic is a little stop and go on westbound 270 on that south outer belt between US 23 and 71. And expect some holdup due to a crash that's on southbound US 23 at Powell Road. Police are on scene, adding to the delay. This report is sponsored by the Ohio Department of Transportation. What do we do to be safe and ready to go? Buckle up, phones down, take it slow. Let's work together to ensure everyone makes it home for the holidays. Brought to you by ODOT, the Ohio State Highway Patrol, and Ohio Traffic Safety Office. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get ready to play, win, and celebrate at El Dorado Scioto Downs, your ultimate Caesars Rewards destination. Earn rewards every time you play or dine with the most exciting loyalty program around. Take your pick from 1,700 hot new games, award-winning brews, and Guy Fieri's out-of-bounds 68-layer lasagna. And big news, Scioto Downs will host the prestigious Breeders' Crown in 2026, featuring 12 championship races. Feel the energy at El Dorado Scioto Downs, where Caesars Rewards never stop. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem, call 1-800-589-9966. Visit Caesars.com/Scioto Downs for details.
Would you enjoy watching a football game if the officials were paid a bonus for every flag they threw? Or a basketball game where the refs got paid for every foul they called? Okay, how about hiring a furnace and AC company that pays its technicians by the number of parts they can sell you? Hi, this is Dennis, president of Care Heating and Cooling, and today, this is how many companies operate. They call it performance pay, and it rewards technicians by paying them more for billing you more. Why is this bad? Because it abuses your trust in a technician to be treated fairly and honestly. At Care, we've been family-owned for 31 years and have always paid our technicians by the hour for repairs. We'll show you exactly what needs to be fixed and why, and give you our low upfront cost before we start. And unlike other companies, our technicians will never be rewarded for throwing more flags. Our Central Ohio-based staff is here for you 7 days a week. Care Heating and Cooling. Book an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com or call us at 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
It's Happy Honda Days and Black Friday savings together at Germain Honda of Dublin. Strike now because through December 1st, get 0% APR up to 60 months on new Hondas. And you're even going to get 90 days until your first payment on both new and used vehicles. Rich has hundreds of vehicles in stock. The selection has never been better. Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road just south of 270. In-stock units only, not valid on prior sales. With approved credit, must qualify through primary lender. See dealer for details.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Looking for bold flavors and award-winning spirits? High Bank Distillery is your destination for handcrafted cocktails, locally inspired dishes, and Whiskey War, the nationally recognized whiskey. Stop by their Grandview, Gahanna, and Westerville locations this week. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. Winter will be here before you know it, and that means it's time to get your heating and plumbing systems maintained. Our True Comfort membership is designed to keep things in tip-top shape. Thank you for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. And when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
At the Ohio Lottery, we make Keno fun, your way. That means every few minutes across Ohio, 20 out of 80 possible numbers are randomly picked. And if some of the numbers you picked match, voila, you're a winner. Keno doesn't require you to know a single thing about sports ball or overs, unders, pluses, minuses, or lines, or whatever else. Keno is as simple as, did some of my numbers match? They did? Great. You just raked in some dough. There are more than 20 hours of Keno draws every day and thousands of places to play statewide. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Play responsibly.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore his seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Attack and dominate. Morning Juice is on YouTube and 10 TV Plus.
Sponsored by Riverside Bank of Dublin.
Join Bobby Carpenter and Tito weekdays starting at 6 or watch on demand. More Bobby, less commercials. The Fan.
D. Miller here. All right, guys, it's time to be honest. How do you truly feel on a daily basis? Do you have the energy you need to get through a day? Do you have the focus you need to get through your work? If you started to know something is off, don't wait. See if the answer is testosterone replacement therapy. And the place to find out is with the experts at Synergenics and Low T Center. Most guys I know say Synergenics and Low T Center changed their lives. It all starts with a simple and free TRT test. You can even walk in before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy and not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Now is the best time to get it because the TRT test is free. If you're a guy in your 30s, 40s, and 50s for sure, there's no doubt you've been wondering what your level is and if this can help. Synergenics and Low T Centers have clinics in Gahanna and Dublin. They give you the power to choose if you want to be treated in the clinic or if you want to receive at-home treatment. It all starts with a simple and quick free TRT test. Start the process to a new you right now by booking at fixmylowt.com.
Check off the wish list with instant savings and free battery offers on select steel tools. Shop online or in store.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Cloudy skies, scattered showers, breezy and mild on this Tuesday. Temperatures in the mid-50s. Overnight, we're going to drop back down to the upper 40s early in the day. Cloudy skies and leftover shower during the morning. Temperatures falling all day into the 30s by Wednesday evening with a passing flurry possible. Wind gusts over 35 miles an hour. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Buckeye basketball coming up at 5:30. Buckeye Hoops and Mount St. Mary's coverage at 5:30, which is why we're out of here a little bit early. But don't worry, we'll be here tomorrow. Full 3-hour show. Off on Thursday for Thanksgiving, but then back on Friday for another 3-hour show, getting you ready for the game on Saturday. Timmy, I saw a little coaching news here.
What do we got?
Well, this is interesting. So Oklahoma State, they fired Mike Gundy earlier in the season.
That was a long time ago. Was that maybe the first firing of a power conference team this year? Could have been.
Deshaun Foster happened before that?
I feel like Gundy was before. That was probably close. It was probably right around the same time.
So Oklahoma State has hired their next head coach. It is Eric Morris from North Texas. Now, North Texas has a chance to be the at-large team that makes it to the college football playoff. They say, even though he was announced at a press conference today in Stillwater,
he's staying with North Texas,
that he's
right?
going to stay at North Texas and finish out the season. But this is sort of an unprecedented situation, is it not?
I feel like there's maybe been some times that has happened, but the overwhelming majority, you take a job, you go, you cut out. I would say more times if you're looking at a coach's Wikipedia history, it'll show that little asterisk on a season that was coached, and if that team went on to win. A more high profile, we had Brian Kelly have this happen to him, right? Was it Brian Kelly, Cincinnati? That they were coaching in a big bowl game and then he left them high and dry to take over at Notre Dame? And then coaching in a BCS bowl?
No, we've had situations where guys have left.
Right.
I can't remember a situation where guys have stayed on to coach multiple games after they accept the job.
Right. And it makes a little bit more sense that it's North Texas, you know? That
They're in it, though, buddy.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're essentially coaching a mid-major college football program that is in FBS, but they are certainly North Texas. I mean, come on. We're talking about American Conference teams or Sun Belt Conference teams. There really ought to be almost a second playoff where those top dogs.
I agree with you.
Those top dogs can actually play something real and try to win a tangible national championship, because North Texas just getting to the college football playoff, they would be well within their rights, and I know they would, to hang some type of banner for that. Now, you can't simply lie like Central Florida did and say, well, we're the national champs this year. You're not. You're going to get to that playoff, and you're going to lose more than likely in the first game, but it makes more sense that that would be acceptable, that you're taking over at Oklahoma State, and they're cool with you staying.
By the way, speaking of Brian Kelly, so he says his LSU situation has made it pretty much impossible to find another job. Now, we can debate whether he should be finding another job, stay home, lick your wounds, count your money, all that. But they are essentially, LSU, refusing to pay the guy that they just fired. All right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, if you believe the reports, they are preparing a $95 million deal for Lane Kiffin. How do the finances work here? I don't understand.
I don't know, man. And so is he still there? Are we still trying to make up
I don't know.
Are we still trying to make up the story that he can come back and be the coach?
When last we heard, LSU says, well, we didn't technically fire him, so we don't have to pay the buyout.
It's one of the funniest things.
Can I come back and coach? Well, no, you can't do that. Well, then you fired me. We didn't say that.
Well, you're wooing Lane Kiffin right now. So you've got to technically be done and firing.
You're bringing in private
Brian
jets
Kelly.
with Lane's bowling league partner to come check out Baton Rouge.
And there's no way they're going to be able to fire him for cause.
Well,
we've heard nothing. We would have heard something. There would be a smoking gun if they had any reason. You're firing him because he's not winning big football games. And you know what? I'm fine with that. They had one of the better records for coaches that got fired.
It's not the fact that he shouldn't be fired. But you negotiate a contract, you throw around this money, pay that man his money.
Pay that money. I get it when it's James Franklin. He went right back into the coaching pool. $9 million for James Franklin. Kind of nice. You didn't take any time off. You should have. You run back to Blacksburg, Virginia.
These guys
Welcome
are a
home,
different
James.
breed, buddy. Me and you would be laying in our underwear.
I'd be in Greenland.
Eating a block of cheese the size of a car battery. in our underwear.
Where would you go? Did you see, like, I think I saw something about this earlier this year. If you are so inclined, you can go to Ireland. I know this is sort of cheating on our friends in Scotland, but, either way, you can go to Ireland and accept 90,000, what is it, pounds? No,
Ireland is not.
Is it
pounds.
euros?
I think they're on euros.
Yeah, well, whatever their currency is, 90 grand. You can take 90 grand and go to some of the most beautiful remote islands you have ever seen. And you know what the climate is like up there. All part of there's some name for the program. It's like a save the Isles, save the clock tower. Like go up there and just hang out. And you have to stay in an
hang out?
You have to stay in an older structure. Like the place cannot have been built before 1972
they
or something.
Just give you money?
It's a renovation program. They want to preserve those islands. It matters to their culture and to their heritage. Ain't a lot out there. I don't know. I don't even know what the power grid situation is.
I'm guessing not good, buddy.
Oh, no, it's not going to be good. I'm just wondering if they have it at all. Like if there's plumbing and power, that would be the two things that I would want.
I'm thinking that if they are handing out that type of cash, they don't have much. They don't have much out there.
No, I'm guessing that as well.
Pee pee poo poo on the outside.
But if you had $50 million and the ability to just get off the grid somewhere, wouldn't that not be enticing?
Yeah.
Just build something.
But then again, where are you going to eat?
You bring, like Dave Thomas brought a Frosty machine to his place on Buckeye Island.
Okay, but
you bring it all with you.
Essentially,
Richie Rich.
Bring it all with
Richie
you.
Rich.
How
Had
you
the
going to get the
McDonald's in his
supplies?
house.
Like, how you going to, if the Frosty machine breaks?
You fly him in. You helicopter him in, damn it.
The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
What do you mean if the Frosty machine breaks? I'm going to hire you. I'm going to be paying you $500,000 a year to fix all that stuff for me.
All right.
You're going to know how to do it. Here are what time do we have to be out today? It's like a hard out, isn't it?
No, it's not hard.
No, it's not because Beamer's coming up with
57 and change.
So I'm looking at America's top 5 Thanksgiving side dishes.
Stuffing.
Here we go with number 5. Green bean casserole.
Beautiful. Love it.
Tells me that Iowa, Kansas, and Indiana are the states
I don't want to hear the states.
most likely to call this dish a favorite.
I don't want to hear the state list.
I'm glad to see number 4 here because I believe for the longest time, Billy Joel, I didn't have mac and cheese in my Thanksgiving
I didn't either.
hopper.
That was not part of the repertoire.
And I owe the recipe. I seen some of you guys hitting me up. I actually have it. I didn't have this done, but I hand wrote my recipe so I could put it in our little cookbook. I'll take a picture of that, and I will send it out to you guys before the holiday here. Mac and cheese, number 4. So number 3 is sweet potatoes. Number 2, mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Number 1, you said.
Sides?
Yeah.
Stuffing.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. The America's favorite side dish. Is there something missing on that top 5 that you love having every year? Yeah.
A roll of some kind.
I like the frozen Parker House.
I like
rolls.
the Pillsbury Crescent rolls.
Those are good too. I feel like everybody though has their kind.
Yeah.
That's what's great about Thanksgiving is you have ultra specific choices that you make.
Now, tomorrow we're going to talk a lot about food because it's the day before Thanksgiving. And we like to talk about food.
I'm picking up my turkey.
Take much prodding to get us to talk about food, but I'm going to give you some Thanksgiving tips. Your guests will be wowed. Coming up next. Or not coming up next. Coming up tomorrow.
Coming
up next, it's time for Buckeye basketball. We'll see you tomorrow. Colin, Man, and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza, home of the Grandview Browns backers.
We've got an accident that's blocking the right lane and causing slowdown on eastbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between US 33 and Alum Creek Drive. And we have a 35-minute delay if you're on northbound 71 on the north side between I-70 and Cook Road. This report is sponsored by ChumbaCasino.com. With over 100 online casino-style games, Chumba Casino is your go-to destination for nonstop entertainment. Play for fun and play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+.